Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. What's up, everybody? Oh, jeez. A lot of people actually already in here. Wow. Alright. Guess I better get on my A game. Except there is absolutely no way. I'm on my phlegm game. The funny thing is, there's like nothing but dry coughs. I'm wondering if this is more fungal than bacterial as of today. Because, like, dude, this is weird. Anyway, what's up, Yeto? First like? It's all yours, bud. Corey Erwin. I'm here for class. What's up? Hope you're feeling a little better. I am. I'm just like, I just took it nothing but easy today. Didn't go anywhere. Wife decided to get a king-size bed, so I did moving today. Like, I moved stuff from here to here, which was fine. That being said, let's see, just speculation, but apparently the Fantastic Four are set to appear in Marvel Future Fight in the upcoming update. You know, of all the games that I thought would not go anywhere, I'm so shocked that Marvel Future Fight is doing so well. Like, it's like I tried playing that 2 years ago, something like that. And it's just swipe this way, swipe that way, swipe this way, swipe that way, swipe, 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 swipe. It's like this. I just couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand it. And yet Avengers Academy failed. That failed because everything was microtransactions, and you couldn't complete the ultimate goal without committing to microtransactions for at least a couple of months before you finally got backup characters. But yeah, like, it just pissed me off. Nothing but pissed me off. Which one do I play now? The Strike Force. I play Strike Force. But even then, I'm such a freaking casual gamer with that who cares? I don't think you can really consider yourself a gamer with an app game, you know? Anyway, so that would actually be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind playing the thing. Oh man, my eyeball. Ow. If that's true. Okay, so Curry Irwin, same thing. Get soup and sauna showers. Ooh, saunas. Actually, saunas never did anything for me. I don't know they never did anything for me. I heard they're healthy, but I was thinking about building a sauna if I ever went out in the woods and just like started making my own place. You know what I'm saying? I would consider doing that. I was talking to somebody recently about building my own log cabin. Somebody's like, yeah, but I was talking to some people in the comic book store. We're talking about music, and we're talking about people who live off the grid. Like, I don't know that I'd necessarily want to live off the grid, but I think I could over time learn how to do it. You know what I'm saying? For now, though, yeah, I would like to actually go out in the, my own property someplace and just build my own home and live there, not be bothered. Put up the whole trespassers will be shot. We'll investigate you. I will loot you to see like who you were and maybe what you wanted. I suggest you send me a letter first. Contact me first before you show up on my land. Let's see. That would be their first video game appearance in 6 freaking years. It was an amazing game that I think everybody loved, even though it did cost you a lot you had to be in it since the beginning. Marvel Avengers Alliance on Facebook. What an amazing game, but because they didn't have, and I don't care what anybody says, I don't care what Marvel says, whatever, because they didn't own the movie rights to the Fantastic Four and the X-Men and Spider-Man, they decided to get rid of that game. That was such a shame, man. That game did really well for itself, and I genuinely enjoyed playing it. In fact, if you look at like the Beta Ray Thor, Beta Ray Bill, 10 Things About Beta Ray Bill video that I made, and also there's another one that I did that with. One of the Runaways. What's the little girl's name? Molly. With those two, I actually found images, the images for that game, the split images, and if you go and you look, you'll find them, but they're all split and whatnot. So I took the images, I cropped them, I brought them into like 24 individual image files. I made them all into PNG files, and then I blanked out the background. Just that alone was a lot of work, but then I actually took the images over top of my video editor program, and I cropped them, and I moved them, and I brought them around, and I made them actually do the movement. So that first the first 5-6 seconds, whatever, of the 10 Things About Beta Ray Bill and Molly. I can't remember her last name right now. Anyway, from the Runaways, Molly explained in a minute, those two. Yeah, those were actually those images that I worked them out. Like, it took forever. Making the videos was easy, but doing those specific things, that took me, like, God, about 2 hours to do. But it was worth it. It was fun. I'd like to do it with more of my stuff. They're perfectly unique openings. Let's see. Really, last time they were playable was in Marvel Superheroes, Lego Marvel Superheroes 1. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Not sure why Marvel has been so skittish with touching the FF in video games. Kind of touched on it, in my opinion. But 6 years with no playable Ben Grimm, that's nuts, right? Cryptid, what's going on, dude? Michael Louisel, what's up? Suzanne McGinnis, what's going on, Suzanne? Hello, my beautiful classmates. I could, jeez, just jumped. Okay, here we go. Is it snowing in Canada? No, it snowed yesterday or the day before yesterday. Have you had a shovel yet, Professor Bill? No, I live in an apartment, and I've got underground parking, so I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. I got people who do that. I pay it in my, not property tax. What's the apartment version of property taxes? I forget what it's called. Property maintenance. Yeah. So it's paid for in there. It's like an extra $400 per month. It's annoying. City living, right? First live stream on time. What's going on, Chandler? Glad you could be here, bud. Suan, I like to call it stylishly tardy when I'm late. What do you call it when you absolutely don't show up? What do you call it? Yeto. Dude, take off early from the stream if you need to. No, I think I'm okay. It's the idea of regulating my body temperature right now. I don't want to get too hot where I'm sweating. I don't want to get too cold where my neck... Once my neck starts to get cold, that's when I just start going in a coughing fit. And I meant to take... I forget what it's called. Barclays, I think it's called. This cough syrup that I just take it straight. Just like, whenever I need it. It helped me to get 3 hours of sleep last night. And I just slept... I just woke up from a nap. Like 45 minutes ago. Yeah, about 45 minutes ago. How long did I sleep for? At least another 3 hours. So that was good. No, I went to sleep at 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, about 3 hours. Yeah, I did some writing, and then I fell asleep while I was writing and listening to a podcast. So yeah. Bill, I own 54 current comic books from Marvel. JT Gamer. That's a good start. As long as they're really good ones and you believe that they are key issues, then awesome, dude. It's a really good start. Let's see. Posers. Love that. Yo, what's going on, man? Refi. Let's just go with Refi right now. Hey, I really enjoy your content. Please keep making, man. Yo, will do. I just need a little breather right now, but yeah, I got you. I got 4 videos coming out tomorrow. It's gonna round out my Marvel and DC stuff. Actually, I think they're all Marvel books tomorrow, including the Winter Soldier, which I meant to do earlier, but the videos just came out so blasé. Like I can't put any real excitement into them because it's hard to, like, I don't know, feel emotion when you're just hurt, when you're just feeling pain like this. But it's what it is. Excuse me. Big Dirk, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, Big Dirk? How you doing? Caleb, what's going on, man? They improved their animation quality in MFF. Jeez, jumped. Let's see, I'm gonna have to catch up. Avengers Alliance had some quality art. For what it was, it kind of did. Like, at the time. I mean, it would be outdated now, but yeah. I only play Future Fight and Contest of Champions. Contest of Champions, I tried playing it too. Yeah, those two are very similar games. That's so funny. But if you like them, then who cares, right? The Big Facts Podcast. 4 more days until Captain Marvel #1. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Kelly Thompson's book. Suan says, you are considered a gamer with playing apps. It's a part of the gamer pyramid. All right, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. Let's try and get this. neutral and fair and balanced, and yes, that is absolutely fair. Have you listened to the Wolverine podcast series? No, I didn't, Big Dirk, but I did. I have them on my phone. I just haven't gotten the chance. Well, I haven't taken the chance to listen to them. I like to listen to my news first, and there are a bunch of different newscasts that I listen to, a whole bunch of them, and just when I'm sick, especially, I have to catch up on them. But yeah, I like staying in contact with what's going on in the world, especially in America, because to me, it's the most important news in the world, even though I'm not in America anymore. I am still American, so there's that. Oh crap, why am I experiencing high CPU usage? Oh, please don't tell me that I'm going to start getting green funny screens like last week. Don't do that to me. Okay, you are considered a... Oh, read that, got that. Anyway, I do have the comic book review for tomorrow. That's going to happen. The comic book review for the Wolverine podcast series. Yeto, Avengers Alliance was good. I never tried it. Yeah, there was just so many loyal fans there, you know? People who put in a lot of money into the game, too, if you didn't get there soon. I got there with the 5th update. I got there just at the end of trying to build Havoc, putting all the boxes together to buy to win Havoc, and I just got him, and that hugely helped. And then everything afterwards, it wasn't that hard to, I got these characters, bang, bang, bang. I did spend money on it once in a while, but it was reasonable how much money they asked for, as opposed to nowadays where they're just, spend money for this and this and this, and it's like, no, I refuse to. If I can't complete missions for a certain period of time without buying money, then I'm not interested in your game anymore. Done. Like the what is it? The withdrawal from a game that I really liked, but I just refused to pay the money for it, and that's just on principle. The withdrawal rate is like barely 2 days for me. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, F you, I'm gone. Bye. Aiden, what's going on, Aiden? I'm here for Conan talk. Cool, man. Conan was amazing, man. Wow, that was good. Like, I was sick during that one too, but that one right there just like blew me away, because I really went in with low expectations. Like, Jason Aaron. I know that Donny Cates was like, Jason Aaron, man, he's like the best thing in comics right now. Like, he's really good, but he's still, sometimes he misses, and it hurts when he misses, but I thought he's doing Thor, so I'm sure he could do Conan. I didn't realize how good he was going to do at Conan. I really hope that issue 2 through 5 is going to be just as good, and I really hope he's going to make a grand appearance, like a grand splash, when he joins the Avengers. And I don't know if I want him to join the Avengers permanently, should we say? But I don't know. You got 3 amazing writers. You got Mark Waid, Jim Zub, and Al Ewing doing and I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, doing I think it's going to be another 16 issues of Avengers, and that should just be amazing. And they're going to have Conan join the Avengers team during that 16-issue run. Maybe Conan will go home at the end of it or something, I don't know, but that'd be freaking awesome. These 3 writing it, I'm sure it's going to be amazing. Do you guys like my video that I made? Look, I saw an image of, I was looking for news to talk about really quick. I didn't really find anything worthwhile, but I'm also sick, so I'm a bad judge of character right now. But I saw Dumbo, and I was like, oh my god, he looks like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. So I threw that picture up there. Let's see. I think renders are out there, though. DC is planning a Batman Long Halloween. Mark Guerrero, you're right. Long Halloween 2-part animated movie. Yeah, I'm excited to see that. Long Halloween is one of the most... Like, you could get so analytical with that movie. You know what I'm saying? With that comic book. So I'm positive the movie's going to be good. I remember when I was in Saudi for a couple of years, I was hanging out with this dude, Ahmed. And cool people. He liked the idea of comic books, but he never actually read comic books. And I showed him a bunch of the DC movies, like the Batman Year One and Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, and all those. And he's just like, dude, do you have anything else like this? I was like, yeah, dude, I got some Superman. He's like, I don't really like Superman. I was like, did you know you like Batman? He's like, Batman's an easy one. Like, these were amazing, but I don't know about the Superman one. So I showed him the one with the with Manchester Black and all this. He's like, oh my god. Like, I didn't know Superman was this complicated. I didn't know that he was this amazing. I was like, well, it depends on the writer. Don't get too excited. Depends on the writer. But yeah, Superman can be amazing. Like dude, it's fun. Like, adopting someone into the comic book universe and guiding their love. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Vinny60. Oh, Molly Hayes. Yes, thank you, Michael. Vinny, 60 and sunny here in Kansas. Yeah, this weekend is great. Awesome, dude. Kansas. Hey, look out for rocket ships landing. Because, yeah. Remember, if a rocket ship ever lands in in Kansas, you damn well better do good taking care of that kid that comes out of that rocket. Will you do videos on Young Justice Outsiders? Yeah, I may not, because I never... It depends, because I never finished Season 2 of Young Justice. Season 1 was out of this world, but, you know, I went overseas. You know what I'm saying? So it was very hard to watch, to get... Like, if it didn't come to bootleg DVD, and I'm being serious, if it didn't come to bootleg DVD over there, I didn't have access to it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I would go to the bazaars, and I would look around, and, yeah, they were bazaars. I would go look around in the souks. They called them souks, where you'd have a whole bunch of different shops come together, local people, and they would, you know, hey, you know, the little bazaar, and yeah, I would go around, and I would, you know, they would have like 3 to 5 vendors who had bootleg DVDs, and like, oh hey, what's up? Yeah, let me look through all your stuff. Oh, superhero one, boot, put it to the side, you know, just start grabbing stuff like that. Yeah, if they didn't have them, then I didn't have access to them, and I had to hope that they were good quality. Otherwise, I had to come back. Hey, what's the matter for you, huh? The best thing, the best thing in comic books this year for me is Spiral's return. It was nice to see her back. She didn't do a whole lot, but we'll see what she does next issue. She looks fantastic. Oh yeah, Sue Ann McGinnis missing in fabulous action when I don't show up. That's great. That works. That totally works. I can see you pulling off one of those where you're like, you know, how are you doing today, Sue Ann? Fabulous, darling. Simply fabulous. If only I could get it right. Oh, without being so sinusly infected. Let's see, Mark, the Rogues versus the Sinister Six. The Dora, what's up, Professor Bill? Just made it. Tuned you in, man. What's going on, dude? Still doing an introduction, still saying hi, still haven't gotten to the bottom. Aquaman nearly made 900,000. Oh no, I think it passed the 1 billion. I think it passed the 1 billion. I saw that earlier today, but whatever. Either way, yeah, it surpassed everybody. That's the thing. It surpassed all the other DC movies. It blew them all out the water. That's the thing. We were hoping for a good Wonder Woman movie, and it's funny. I look back after watching Aquaman. For me, this is just a personal. Obviously, everything is a personal opinion. I look back on the Wonder Woman movie, and I loved it. You know, it was good, but there wasn't. I didn't love Gal Gadot in it. You know what I'm saying? And I've mentioned this many times. I just don't feel that she's talented as an actress. I just don't. But here, for the most part, everybody did amazing. I mean, every single person in here. They cast the people that they wanted to cast. Patty Jenkins admitted, like, fully, nope, I never would have cast Gal Gadot. I'm happy to work with her, but I personally never would have cast her. Wow, that says a lot, you know what I'm saying? But the director here, they got to cast everybody they actually wanted to cast, and it was such an amazing movie, man. Such an amazing movie. I still haven't taken the family to see it. I am slipping in my fatherly duties, but I am sick. I am sick. Sean Crosswell, love to watch your advanced comic reviews. Hey, well now, the advanced comic reviews, mind you, dude, I'm really only doing it like a couple hours before the comic book store opens. That's it. I see some people once in a while doing a comic book review for a comic book like a week out. And it's like, I just got this week's comics and you're already, you know, doing reviews for next week's comics? What's the matter with you, dude? You know? So, yeah, I just do it. I do it a little bit early, but I don't want to, like, blow other people out the water. You know, I don't want to... excuse me, if another comic book channel does them a week in advance, I think that you're just playing dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, you're trying to look for any unfair advantage that you can, and that's just not cool. Me, I'm just like, let me just get these things out so I can actually get to work, because I have to work during the mornings. You know, let me do that, and then afterwards, I got to, you know, when my kids get up, I got to make breakfast and chill with them and everything like that. So, yeah, I just got to hurry up and get that stuff out as soon as I possibly can. Anyway, so Sean helps me choose which comics I'm buying that week. That is 100% my intent. I want to try and get you guys to know which ones you're going to buy, which ones you're not interested in buying. Just give you an idea of what you're in for. Immortal Hulk rocks. So does Venom. So does Ice Cream Man. Oh yeah, I heard of Ice Cream Man. You gotta check that out. Mark Guerrero, Gotham Season 5 premiere rocked. Oh, okay, cool. Silver Vengeance, 900 million. It's only 900 million so far. Okay, that'll be $1 billion before we know it. Sorry I'm late. No worries there, Sebastian. Vinny, you're on the same time as Gem Mint and his live auction. I'm going back and forth between his channel and yours. Oh, somebody does live auctions. I like that. No, Yeto, not Skyrim again. I might play that after this, though. Just, you know, because... Actually, I started playing Skyrim again a couple days ago. I played twice this week. Last week I felt good. But the second time I was playing it, I was just so sick. I actually got nauseous. I had to get up and walk around and hold on to the walls and stuff like that. I felt like I was going to throw up. So, yeah, really bad. My wife's like, oh my God, stop playing video games. I can't believe they're going to kill you. I'm like, I'm going to kill me. It's just going to make me, you know, hurl a little bit. I'm fine. What do we got here? Silver Vengeance. Are you triggered some serious LSD flashbacks last week? I'm sorry, brother. My bad. My bad. Suan, can't wait till the X-Men are officially in the MCU. I kind of want them to take on the Ultimate X-Men version of how the Gen X explained, with man-made evolution. I thought that was cool. Plus, I do love it when, you know what? How awesome would that be if Captain America really is going to leave us, Chris Evans? Wouldn't it be great if they still involved the super soldier serum? Because in the Ultimate Universe, the Earth 1610 universe, the super soldier serum, people trying to replicate it, is the reason why mutants even existed in the first place, which I think is an amazing concept. I don't like the way that adamantium worked in the Ultimate Universe. It was much weaker, but it protected you against psionics and telepathy, which is cute, I guess, but that doesn't sound like adamantium to me. But what do you call it? There's a lot that they could do, as long as they don't go full ultimatum. Just no, don't do ultimatum. Please don't do that. But yeah, there's a lot that they could do with the Ultimate Universe to make it amazing in the MCU. So yeah, if they're going to lose Captain America, what a great way to keep his spirit alive by them, you know, trying to rehash the super soldier serum and getting mutants instead. Wow. I don't know how well the rest of the world, the comic book geek world, would enjoy that, but it would explain it. You know, it would definitely explain it. But I'm sure that them messing with time is going to be more than enough for them to figure things out. Honestly, I would stick around for all of the end I would stick around for the end credit scene anyways. Like, it's redundant me saying that in the first place. But after this next Avengers movie, episode 4, I fully expect by the end of the movie, and however many end credit scenes there's going to be, for them to show, like, Fantastic Four symbols, X-Men symbols, all sorts of things. They might even consider getting Hugh Jackman to reprise his role for, like, a hot minute. Dude, I can't tell you how ecstatic I would be. And I don't care who sees me in the movie theater or who has to say, shh, or shut up, you jackass. I don't even care. I would jump up and scream. I'd be like Hiro from the TV series Heroes. I'd be like, Yacha! If they had Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds in that movie, just for a quick 30-second scene. It doesn't even have to be that long. Just them both turning around and look at, like, they're about to go at it with each other, and they turn around and they see the Avengers jumping through time gates and stuff like that. I'd be like, Yacha! I'd freak out, man. Holy crap, that would be amazing. I would leap out of my skin. I would lose my crap, dude. So yeah, there's that. Okay, I'm gonna. This is actually going really, and I'm missing a lot of the newer stuff, so I'm gonna go all the way down. Sorry, and let me see the most recent one here. Okay. Oh, and hi. Sorry to everybody I'm missing, but I'm gonna start with Reggie Simmons saying, "What's up, brother Bill? What's going on, Reggie? How you doing, brother?" Yeto, talking to each other. Okay, cool. You see, that's what winds up happening. You guys wind up talking to each other when I get too far behind on comments. So, trying to avoid that. Mark Guerrero, and just feel free to repost comments, and I'll try and get to them. Mark Guerrero, Ultimatum ruined the Ultimate Marvel Universe. It did. That was the death knell. There were still good things that came afterwards. The Hawkeye series, the 4-issue Hawkeye limited series that came, was amazing. I loved the Hawkeye, the Ultimate Hawkeye. First off, the character Ultimate Hawkeye, my opinion, best Hawkeye ever. I love that he could see the weak point in everything that he looked at. That was amazing. What great writing. So I dug all of that. Saying Quad, what's going on, brother? Anyone excited for Saladin Ahmed on Miss Marvel? On Miss Marvel. Yeah. Yeah, I think that he's going to do a good job. It's going to depend on the artist also. But I'm looking forward to seeing someone else writing the it's a shame. I'm going to start reviewing that because it's going back to a #1. But I've never reviewed Gail Simone. I know her name. But her doing Miss G. Willow Wilson. There she is. I never reviewed her issues of Miss Marvel, which I feel like a criminal for doing that. But anyway, jeez, let me jump back up a little bit. Bitter Taste. Oh, talking to, John Lovett. Hey, what's going on, dude? Welcome to the live stream. Mark Guerrero, have you seen the trailer to Brightburn? No, I haven't. I don't know what Brightburn is. Suan, I agree with you, Bill. Plus, my butt is glued during end scene credits during a Marvel movie. It's because you have an IQ over 20. I mean, why wouldn't we sit for... every time I see somebody leave, I'm just like, what's the matter with you, man? What's the matter with you? There could be a horse of apocalypse riding a hurricane, and I would like, wait till the credits, okay? Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Hank Pym chomping on Blob's head was outrageous. Yeah, but I would do the same thing if that son of a gun went and ate my girlfriend. So I'm just saying. Like, he ate the wasp, man. What an evil, blubbery bastard he is. I feel like Betsy should have come away with her newly structured body with new properties. You know what I was thinking, Yeto? Is that I wonder if the main reason why they changed Psylocke back to her English Betsy Braddock version is because they wanted to separate. They wanted to go back to having that version of Psylocke in the movies because they already had Olivia Munn. Olivia Munn, was that the girl who did the woman who did I think she was. Anyway, yeah, they already had that version of Psylocke in the X-Men movies. So anything that they can do to separate those versions with this new version that they're going to be showing, I think that that's the big deal, you know? Anyhow, with the... I'm sure that we're going to go back to the ninja version, the Japanese version of Betsy Braddock within the next couple of years. But for now, I think that they're going to stay with this one because they want the movie version so they can separate it. And then all they have to do is have the Siege Perilous. Hell, the Siege Perilous could take place in the... could have something to do with the... what do you call it? The Avengers Infinity Wars Part 2. Armageddon, whatever they're calling it. Endgame. You know what I'm saying? The Siege Perilous could be there. But either way, I think that they're just returning things so they could distance themselves as much as possible from over there. And then, boom, they're over here now. And then they can go back to, you know, the Psylocke that we like and a lot of the characters that we like so far. That's my opinion. G. Willow Wilson, thank you. Stuff I liked so far this week. Jonathan Lovett says Wonder Woman 66 by G. Willow Wilson. You like 61? I didn't like issue 61 as much as the other ones, but is what it is. Marvel is my favorite new... Miss Marvel is my favorite new Marvel hero. Oh, Big Facts Podcast. Nice. If that's the case, then shoot. I definitely need to jump on that. Okay, everything just jumped. Crap. Let's go down a little bit. Doug Conan was amazing. Silver Vengeance. Do you want Wolverine's debut in MCU in WW1 with Union Jack? Oh, in World War One with Union Jack. That could work. Japan with Ogun. World War Two with Captain America. Team X with Creed and North, or Weapon X. That's way too much to decide, but I'll tell you what. All of them would work. All of them would work. They don't have to debut like that. They could debut so many different ways, you know, like, because they're obviously going to recast Wolverine. They've got to recast Wolverine. That's why I would like to see Hugh Jackman in there now, just because he said that I would only return if I could be in an Avengers movie with the Avengers. Boom, there you go. That's the way to get them in. And I'm sure that Ryan Reynolds would be okay with staying on as, what's his name, Deadpool. I personally don't see a problem with Marvel keeping Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool and keeping it rated R. I don't, honestly, me personally, I just don't see that problem. I don't think Disney needs everything to be quite that, you know, big on the corporate hoopla, but what do I know? That's just my best guess. But they're obviously going to recast Wolverine, and when they do, they could have him debut in all of those. They can have him debut in all those and have the first appearance with all those guys there. Yeah, I would like to see all of them at some point or another. Whoever broke their Dreamcast, my condolences. That game was amazing. What? I don't know what you're talking about. You know, the Dreamcast was pretty cool, though. I never played it, but I heard that it's the first one that incorporated the internet. It's a shame that it's politics that destroyed it more than anything else. Aquaman movie, loved it. Hell yeah. Brightburn is the horror movie that looks... Oh, I did see the trailer for that. Thank you, Mark Guerrero. Yes, it looked actually really good. It looked amazing. Like, you know, Superman as a... Not as... I thought it was a ghost at first, and then I realized what they were doing. I'm like, holy crap, so it's yeah, if Superman went bad. Kind of like Red Sun Superman, except without the comrade accent. Yeah, that could totally work, man. Yeah, I'm excited to see that. Definitely am. Reggie Simmons would love to see Professor Bill reaction to Brightburn trailer. Oh, I don't do reactions anymore. I used to a long time ago. I tried, but I was getting non-comic book fans coming in who just didn't understand the things I was talking about and poop on them. Bitter taste with the repost. Uncanny X-Men is disappointing so far. I feel like the writers didn't do research for the new X-Men sans Glob. I am excited for the Age of X-Men, since all those creative teams are golden. Yeah, I could agree with you. I'm not disappointed with it, but I do feel like it could be better. I think they're relying too much on the idea that it's a weekly comic book, so they can just keep on slowly revealing things. But in order to slowly reveal things, you have to actually still be revealing things. And I feel like a lot of it is just fluff, and that's the thing that's killing me. You know what I'm saying? It could still be exciting and actionable with being a weekly release, but I don't know. Again, just my opinion. I'm hoping that something winds up, just at some point, I'm hoping that something winds up turning out that makes me go, oh, everything was worth it then, you know? But I haven't gotten to that moment yet, 8 issues in. Saiyan Quad, I highly suggest you checking out the initial Miss Marvel run starting from No Normal. Oh no, I have read the first 2, maybe 3 volumes. But I've read at least the first 12 issues of the comic book. I know her origin. I know, you know, how all that starts out. The new bad guy that started in the beginning, who was it? Isaac Newton, I think it was. I remember all that stuff. It was really good. It was definitely amazing. That's why I feel okay to talk about her. I just haven't reviewed them. That's the thing. I didn't like jump on with issue number 28 or whatever it is and just start reviewing from there, like I did with Devil Dinosaur. Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur I never read from issue 1 until I went back and read them all. But now I'm all caught up, so I feel okay to jump on. I just never went back and caught myself up with Miss Marvel. And now I feel like I really dropped the ball on that one. Corey Irwin, when you saw Aquaman, Professor, would the movie's flow have been different if Orm had a more vindictive, this isn't over ending? Example, what if he killed Atlanta? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think that it could have been a better flow. Okay, that just jumped, and I'm not even going to complain about it. Yeah, I think it could have. There's a lot of different ways that it could have gone, but at the same time, I think that James Wan had to look at it this way. No DC movie was truly beloved. You know what I'm saying? I think that he saw the writing on the wall with, what do you call it? With Wonder Woman even. But you take Wonder Woman out of the picture, which movie did anybody really love from the DCEU? I mean, like, I'd replace all the Marvel movies with them. You know, like, none of them. Wonder Woman was good. Wonder Woman was possibly even great. Like, you know, but at the same time, I think that a standalone Wonder Woman movie, if that was the only DCU movie that would have come out, I would have thought, oh, we've got a good hope for what's going to happen with the Wonder Woman movies or with the DCEU movies. Unfortunately, we had to compare Wonder Woman with the rest of the DCEU movies, which really were pathetic. I got to be mean about it. They were pathetic attempts at movies, you know? No, see, here's the thing. You could see, like Jonathan Lovett at the bottom. I liked Suicide Squad. Dude, I liked Suicide Squad also. I liked it enough to watch it the first time and not bash it like a lot of other people did. But I didn't like it enough to watch it again. I didn't like it enough to buy the DVD or to go and buy movie tickets the second time to see it. I did see all the flaws in it. Like it tried too much to follow with the Avengers. That was the first movie that everybody said, okay, now you're just trying too hard to be like, you know, the MCU. Why can't you just be your own movie? Stop being so dark. It's good that you added in humor after the fact, you know, the whole bar scene. It's obvious, painfully obvious that the bar scene was added afterwards. That's where all the reshoots came into play because they're like, oh, what do you mean it's too dark? Yeah, we meant the contrast, for Christ's sake. Like, you know, let's actually be able to see the movie. There were some fun parts in the movie, but it's just whatever, man. I don't even want to get back onto that stuff. The movie could have been better. It should have been better. And that's just all there is to it, in my opinion. But, let's see. Wonder Woman was better than the first two Thor films. 100%. 100%, Mark Guerrero. Both Wonder Woman and Aquaman made me cry in the right places. See, I didn't cry for Wonder Woman. I didn't cry for Wonder Woman. I did for Aquaman. Like, right at the very end, I explained where that happened in the movie, but like right at the very end, oh yeah, I cried when Atlanta met up with Arthur's dad. What the heck is his name? Why can't I remember his name right now? Anyway, yeah, when those two met up again, oh yeah, I like when he was coming down, and I saw like I'm about to get choked up now. I'm just gonna blame that on being sick though. I was like, oh, I knew this was gonna happen, yet I knew that this was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And it was worth it. It was great. It was a beautiful scene, man. I absolutely loved it. Oh, geez, jumping a lot. It's jumping a whole lot. Okay, I can't catch up with this. Let's see, Suan. Aquaman made me a fangirl about Aquaman. There we go. This is how you know they did good. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, then again, it's Jason Momoa. Come on, man. My wife would leave me right now for Jason Momoa. Not really, but maybe. Maybe. So I'm not even like... that doesn't count. That doesn't count. Victor the Ripper. What's going on, dude? Your review of Immortal Hulk 11 made the comic a million times better than it really was. I'm excited for your future comics. My future comics. Thanks, man. I fangirled for Mira. Oh, yeah, dude. Amber Heard was amazing. Morrison fanboyed. Reggie Simmons. James Gunn has Suicide Squad now. Yeah, I believe that James Gunn is going to knock that crap right out the park, man. Holy crap. That's going to be amazing. And good on him. Good on him. Disney dropped the ball big time by firing him. You know, who was... I hate the idea of having to talk about it all, but, you know, I get notifications for, would you like to see such and such? Would you like to see such and such? You know, and I view as a creator my YouTube channel. So certain things like, you know, Yellow Flash will pop up. Would you like to see Yellow Flash? No, I don't want to see freaking Yellow Flash. Click, I click the X to make that whole line go away. I don't want to see any of his freaking reviews. Would you like to see diversity? No, I don't want to see freaking diversity in comics reviews. No, I'm not interested. And then, so I haven't had to see any of those in a while. All of a sudden, I get this thing. Would you like to see Comics Matter? And then it went this whole big thing, blah, 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 afterwards. And I didn't bother reading the whole thing. I just saw Comics Matter. Capitalized, everything was capitalized in matter. Comics Matter. And I'm making fun of it now. At the time, I was just like, why? What the hell is this? So I clicked on one video. I forget which one it was. Oh, Silencer issue number 12. Which I'm just like, yay, somebody's reviewing Silencer number 12. And I recognized the voice, but I haven't listened to him in so long that I didn't know what the hell I was listening to at first. It actually took me a while because I have it on in the background. And all of a sudden I realize it's freaking Diversity in Comics. He changed his comics name. He changed his YouTube channel name to Comics Matter. Like, what the frick? So here's your, I don't think the guy needs a freaking advertisement for my little tiny channel. But like, what the hell is this? And he's still saying a bunch. I don't know exactly all that he's saying, but like he was talking about the Silencer and oh, good, he actually likes it. So he does. Imagine that. Imagine only reviewing comic books titles that you actually like, as opposed to purposely seeking out the ones that you don't like. I remember one time him saying, "I only read comic books that I like." Well, then why are you ripping up the titles of all these comic books and you keep on successively if you don't like Unstoppable Wasp, why do you keep on reading Unstoppable Wasp? So the guy's just full of crap from the beginning. Changed it twice in 36 hours? Wow. That's just freaking funny. Yellow Flash actually destroyed the Ironheart comic. I don't know what he destroyed. I don't know if he could destroy anything. Whatever. But all of that stuff, like, that's just silly to me. But anyway, yeah. Sebastian, has anyone read Chelsea Kane and Kate? I can't pronounce that name. Mockingbird and Maneaters? If so, what do you think about them? But for the love of God, be professional about it. Mockingbird and Maneaters. I haven't read Maneaters, but I have read Mockingbird. I read all 8 issues of Mockingbird. Yeah, I didn't like issue number 8, and not because there were some words on a fake t-shirt on a comic book cover. I had no problem with that comic book cover whatsoever. Ask me about my feminist agenda. What's wrong with feminism? I don't see any problem with feminism. But anyway, yeah, they I read the comic book, and I didn't like the comic book itself because it took away an important, crucial factor to Mockingbird's history. That's why I didn't like the comic book, not because of a cover. But it is what it is. What else? I never read Maneater though. Fandango, saying Quad says, Fandango Atom tickets is going to have issues when Avengers 4 tickets go on sale. So any guesses as to how Cyclops is alive? Should an OG Jean or Xavier be able to detect his thoughts, or did Cable after the timeline during extermination? Excuse me. Well, who was... I'm really sick right now, so I can't remember. Isn't Cable with Nate Gray right now, or who is he with? Somebody in the comments, please remind me. He's with somebody. He's with somebody right now, and I thought that he was like outside of the timeline. I don't think he's with Nate Gray. Who the heck is he with? Somebody please mention in the comments who he's hanging out with right now. Bitter Taste, how do you feel about Donny Cates being aware of comic gates yet putting off any actual condemning them until recently? Bitter Taste, I didn't follow the Donny Cates thing. I saw the stuff in retrospect, and I'm so not even interested in... I'm not interested in anything that Comicsgate is doing. They're off the map as far as I'm concerned. Nobody... I personally just don't care. If I see somebody, like, it's a funny thing to me. Every so often I'll still see somebody show up. It's like now I guess a lot of channels are being destroyed or something like that. I don't know what's going on. But I keep on seeing more and more comic skaters showing up on my channel. And one of the way I know they're comic skaters is because they'll say, hey, so does anybody know if this channel is Comicsgate friendly? And I'll just reply on there. I ignore comments if they're rude. you know, and they bash a comic book, and if you're actually derogatory, I actually boot you from the channel. That's all there is to it. But opinions can be as diverse as you want. You know, I'll get like, oh, okay, haha, things like that, LOL, things like that. And it's like, it's just hysterical to me, because it's like, why would you ask if a channel is is Comicsgate friendly? Oh, because you want to be. That's one of the funny things about it. Like, I'm listening to Richard Meyer, Zach, your boy Zach, talking about this stuff today. Didn't realize it was him. I heard him talking about this stuff. Like, you know, people are saying, you know, people are looking at Comicsgate and they're saying like, you know what I'm saying? What's the problem? Like, you people don't have jobs. Like, I see all this stuff that's projecting. No, I think that most people have jobs. I think most people are employed. Maybe I'm completely off on this, but I'm pretty sure most people are employed. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, some of us just know how to do more than one thing at a time. But what do you call it? Yeah, I'm not interested in any of that nonsense. But every time that somebody says, "Is this place Comicsgate friendly?" Why do you think someone would say, "Is this place Comicsgate friendly?" Oh, because they want to get ridiculously angsty and start bashing people and all the things that people like Zach, your boy Zach, not my boy Zach, like people like your boy Zach want to say. He all these things that he says that he doesn't say. It's like, you clearly say them because, you know, you're saying them. And just because you delete all of your stuff, I still remember seeing a bunch of your tweets. I still remember seeing a bunch of your videos where you said this and this, and you keep on deleting the stuff, but it's true. So, why do you think people would ask? Is it friendly here? No, it's not friendly here. You don't get to just start bashing people for this, that, or the other thing here. I hide you from the channel, all right? Sometimes I'll give you a cute little comment on the way out, but I will hide you from the channel. You cannot see my channel anymore. Dick Fillmore and Sue-Ann as my my edit staff, I don't know, whatever, my moderators, they have the ability to, and they're told, don't even, you know, if somebody's like, you know, a straight up jerk and getting, you know, sexist or racist or transphobic or anti-LGBTQ thing, like all the things that shouldn't bother people who aren't any of those things, those people are to be hidden from the channel. Like, not timed out. No, they are to be booted from the channel, hidden. I never want these people to be able to come back to my channel again, because this is not the channel for them. And they can go out of their way, and it's happened before. I remember you. I remember by the way that you type, by the way that you write, I can tell you're booted from the channel. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy as pie, man. It's easy as pie. What happened? We lost the feed? No, the feed looks like it's still there. What do you call it? Okay, so let's get talking about actual comic books again. Should warn readers that it's ITW. That it's not fiction, because mixes science fiction and parody that could be ignorant. That could make ignorant people harm cats. I love cats. Oh, I did say I was going to get my cat. Oh, no. Bagel's not going to come out now because my kids tried to hurt Bagel. My youngest kid, my 3-year-old. He likes to try and pick up my cat and carry her around. And she's 8 years old, 8.5 years old, so she ain't having that. So, yeah, she got scared and she ran under our bed. Our new bed. Go figure. So, yeah. Let's see. Mr. Stark Dean's changed his name. People didn't like, so he put a poll for a new name. Oh, I don't care. Like, why would you change your name? Whatever. Who cares? You know what? Who cares? Who cares? Obviously, running and hiding from something might be a lawsuit. It's on you, bud. When you're the plaintiff of a lawsuit and you're hiding from, you know, your own self, that says a lot about your personality. It says a lot about your person. But anyway, yeah, SJW is their favorite buzzword. Yeah, I try not to use their buzzwords. I don't care. So why you hate apes in comics? Mark Guerrero, great question. Okay, long time ago, DC Comics. There was a time when they had. I have to actually do the research and make the video for it. But there was a time when they had, like, 8 comic book covers. No. Here, to begin with, there was a time that there was one particular month where DC Comics had the best sales month that they've ever had. Ever. And this was, I think it was sometime in the 80s. And they were just like, whoa, so what did we do special this month that was so awesome? And of course, you look at the covers first and they realized, they had 8 comic book covers that had apes, some kind of a gorilla or an ape on the front cover. And they were like, oh, that must be the thing. So we have to put apes on our covers. And therefore you have to have apes in your comic book. So DC Comics flooded the damn market with freaking apes. And I got so damned sick of apes. Alright? I'm talking, like, even Congo Bill, who you'd figure, like, his name is Bill. I gotta like it, right? Nope, I hate Congo Bill. I don't dislike Congo Bill. But there were so many apes that I got, like, ape overkill. Okay? I got over-aped. I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to see your apes anymore, man. Oh, I was... So that's actually the reason why I hate seeing apes in comic books. That was the thing. I have to actually look up what year and month it was. I have to look up what the actual comic book covers were, and then I will try to actually get my hands on those comic books if I can, and I will actually try and show you guys and do a video for that. I keep on forgetting that, especially while I'm sick. But I have to remember to do that. That's a great question. Yeah, that's a video I have to do. Flash, do you think Dick Grayson will become Nightwing or Robin next season? Oh, in the what do you call it? In the TV series. Yeah. That's the whole setup. I'm sure that he will. I don't know if I actually want to watch or review it because I didn't like this first season for the most part, and I don't like watching things that I don't enjoy. Like I just don't find the time to watch TV series a lot. That's why I like YouTube, because I can just put something on in the background. I don't have to actually watch it. I can usually just listen to it. You know, unless somebody says, and you gotta look at this. Oh, crap. Which window is it? And which tab is it? You know, and check it out really quick. But for the most part, I'm doing something else, you know, while I'm listening to stuff. So this is one of the reasons why I use Vivo so much on YouTube. I like just listening to the music, you know. What was I listening to today? That I was listening to a bunch of Monster Magnet today. Just had a whole bunch of monsters. I was like, just playlist Monster Magnet. Yeah, that was my thing. Ooh, and I was listening to a Tony Iommi interview. They were actually the same interview. 2 20-minute segments of a Tony Iommi interview. Tony Iommi, if you don't know, is the lead guitarist, always been the main guitarist for Black Sabbath. So that was great. And of course I had to listen to some Black Sabbath afterwards. And I prefer the Ronnie James Dio version of the band over Ozzy. Even though I grew up with Ozzy, yeah, I prefer Ronnie James. He's just freaking amazing. God rest his soul. Let's see, what do you got here? Dick Grayson will probably become Red Hood with the way he's acting in Titans, right, Yeto? Do you watch Runaways? No, I missed the last 3 episodes. That's on Prime, right? Isn't that on Amazon Prime? No, shoot. I've got Amazon Prime, and I've got the DC streaming service, and I've got Netflix, the American version of Netflix. But I don't have the one that they're on, the one that Runaways is on anymore. I had it for a while, and I got rid of it. What the hell was it? I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, yeah, that thing. I don't have it anymore because I liked the Runaways. I did miss the last 3 episodes before I wound up getting rid of the or you know, canceling it. But there were like too many things, and like I just don't watch all these things. My wife loves Law and Order SVU, so she's in love with Amazon Prime right now. She's like, it's better than Netflix. Like, you're only saying that because Netflix stopped carrying SVU. She's like, yes, 100%. Like, all right, cool. As long as we understand where we're at here. She loves Star Trek Voyager, and she loves SVU. So, like, that's just a funny thing, man. House, Sex and the City, and what's the other one? House, Sex and the City, and Friends. Friends. Those are her 3 other favorite ones that she... Oh, and Reba. She really liked Reba. Go figure. Let's see. Suan, this channel is comics friendly We're here to share our love and put out a positivity of the mythology out into the world. No, 100%. You are 100%. That is the mission statement. Hulu, thank you, saying Hulu. It's on Hulu. Okay, it just jumped and I'm going to keep it down here. So, Dylan Anthony, what's up, dude? Welcome back. Dang, I'm so late. What's up, Professor? It's cool. It happens. No hall passes here. You're good. Akuma Ranger, what's going on, man? One of my problems with the comics community is their unnecessary projection of every character's actions to be politically motivated. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Akuma Ranger. That's something that I saw. One of the channels, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Yellow Flash. Because since I clicked on that, the Comics Matter thing, it all of a sudden started showing me all of the channels that'll put SJW, and everything. Yellow Flash. Oh, and I'm so happy to see that Yellow Flash still puts freaking Mark Waid's picture in every single like Mark Waid's not even on the majority of these comic books, but he's got his image in there. Like, dude, I'm gonna say something really rude. If you wanna cover your ears or turn down your volume for a second while my hand is raised, I'm going to say something really out of character and rude, but way to ride a guy's dick. Like, honestly, for somebody who's constantly on the LGBT community, I'm starting to question you, bruh. Okay. And that's finished. So, anyway, yeah, I just, just so silly stuff, man. But anyway, yeah, I saw the one thumbnail, which actually didn't have Mark Waid on it. He says, the Immortal Hulk checks his white privilege. Don't you mean green privilege? Like, what the? I read that comic book. I loved that comic book. What goddamn privilege was being checked in that comic book? How does white privilege come up in that comic book? I can't fathom how white privilege... But you know what? When you imagine... When you're at the top of the pecking order and you imagine yourself to be at the bottom and to somehow be an endangered species, you're basically a conspiracy theorist at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like people who actually think that freaking Sharia law is actually going to break into America or Canada. It's impossible. It's impossible. And one of the main reasons why it's impossible, besides the fact that we've already got laws in our countries, is the idea that most of the people, I'm going to say that 99.999 something percent of the Muslims who come over into America and Canada are leaving their home countries because they don't like any version of Sharia law that they were in when they were over there. I'm just saying. And as a guy who spent 5 years in Saudi Arabia, I can promise you, they don't like Sharia law. Your average person does not like Sharia law. So you're not going to get a very small handful of insurgent jackasses who are going to come on and say, hey man, we got to get Sharia over here. Like, it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. So just, oh my God, with the butt hurt, we're an endangered species. No, you're an endangered species. Idiocy and moronity. I made up the second word, but that's if normalcy, if FDR can create normalcy, I can create moronity. It sounds like Jodeci. So you know what? It's all good. No matter what, it's a good word anyway. And I bet you I'm going to be listening to some Jodeci after I hang up with you guys, man. Anyway, okay, so let's see. What are we on here? Deadly Class first episode is on YouTube. Well, I don't know what Deadly Class is. I got to remember to check that out. Crap. Okay, it jumped. I'm going to stick with it. Okay, what's up with here? Bang. Yellow Flash doesn't have enough about comics. Ruby Rose is not gay enough? What? I feel aren't speaking on behalf of our community. I feel as though they are reacting from a place of hurt and of feelings as they don't have enough of a voice. Not gay enough. Wow. Wow. I saw that there was some backlash on her, and I didn't know what it was all about, so that's why I never talked about it. Just, wow. Is she gay? Because I honestly don't know. If she's gay, what does that mean, gay enough? Like, what does that mean? Oh, my God. Anyway, when is the the only criticism that's come up is Ruby isn't Jewish. Oh, Jesus Christ. Dude, you know what? Like, bitter taste, man. Like, that's one of those things that just kills me. That just kills me. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of switching characters. Like, it doesn't bother me as long as the acting is good, as long as the actor is good at it. But, like, you know, when they turn around and they make a white character into a black character, it's not so much annoying to me as it is, like, I guess annoying is probably the best word for it. It doesn't infuriate me. It's just like, oh, okay, I hope that this actor is actually good. You know what I'm saying? But even then, having the actor being good doesn't matter. Like, for instance, having Michael B. Jordan being the Human Torch didn't do anything for the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't. He didn't have enough time to. He didn't have enough screen time to actually affect the movie. So it's like, so why bother going through? Like, do you not? You clearly don't know Josh Trank. He clearly doesn't know enough about the comic book universe. I know he did a previous movie which is comic book related, and it had Michael B. Jordan in it, and that was the first time we were introduced to Michael B. Jordan, and he was amazing, and he is. He's one of the best actors out there. Michael B. Jordan is one of the best damned actors out there. But you obviously don't know enough about comic books to understand that it's a visual medium. So if you take a character who we've been reading as being white this entire time, case in point, I'm going to make an example. And I don't watch Supergirl anymore. I never finished watching the first season of Supergirl. All right, I used to watch it with my oldest daughter, and then she stopped watching it, so I stopped watching it. Sorry, it is what it is. When they made Jimmy Olsen in there, a big black dude, and he was cool. He was cool, and he was capable. He could handle himself. I'm thinking you literally went the perfect diversion for what Jimmy Olsen actually is. All right. He's a skinny, little, pretty much helpless kid who, yes, happens to be white. He happens to be white. Who cares? Who cares? But he was a helpless individual. You know what I'm saying? Like, he needed Superman a hell of a lot more than Lois Lane did. Well, not during the 50s, but that's different. 60s, too. 50s and 60s, yes. She needed Superman just as much. But, like, you turn him into this big, tough dude who was who looked like he was a soldier. What exactly was the purpose of that? And then making him black also. It's like, okay, so this is not Jimmy Olsen. You can call him Jimmy Olsen. That's not Jimmy Olsen. There is absolutely nothing that resembles him in character or casting or anything like that. Like, he had a confident voice. He had a deep voice. I always imagined every time they would cast Jimmy Olsen before, you know, he'd just be this little guy. Oh, well, golly gee, Superman, what do you think? Like, he was just some little helpless kid. And all of a sudden, he's like, you know, Supergirl, you and I will go toe-to-toe against these bad guys. You don't have any powers. That's true, but plot. Like, he's basically Batman without a cape. Like, what was the purpose of doing that? What's the purpose of doing that? To me, it served no purpose. Make a new character. You don't need to have Jimmy Olsen there. Like, why have a completely new character, but give him the name of this other character who has nothing to do with this new character you just did? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. That's the thing that kills me about it. But as far as, like, somebody turning around and saying, you know, like, oh, they cast a white actor, you know, a white character as a black actor. Okay. Is it at least going, like, not is it going to change anything? I don't necessarily want anything to change. Visually, it doesn't bother me that much, but are they going to act like the character? Yes? Then I'm down with it. Cool. Aside from that, you know, but he's white in the comic. If somebody says, oh, but he's white in the comic books, that bothers me that much. The Johnny Storm thing did bother me because now you're talking about the sister's still white. So I don't want them to be adopted. I want them to be from the same mother and father because that played into the comic book. Not all the time, but enough, in enough stories. As far as anybody else, you make a white character black or whatever, I don't actually care. You know why? Because it's called acting. You're acting like somebody who you're actually not. That's what acting is. So, like, she's not Jewish. So what? So what? I can't believe that people get upset over that. That just doesn't make sense. Yeah, like Yeto says, that's a total non-issue. Who cares? Who cares? Oh my God. Uh, let's see what's going on here. Whoa, big argument up in here. Asian actors need to stop being typecasted into their roles. I think you and I have definitely had this the magic Asian trope. Okay, I don't know what those tropes mean, Yeto, but I know that you and I have had this conversation. I believe that we both agree pretty much on everything, if not absolutely everything. So I hear you. But doesn't that apply to people where their race is tied to the character, like Black Panther? The thing is, they're never going to change Black Panther's ethnicity. You know what I'm saying? They're never going to change his ethnicity. Purpose was forced. So if Comics Gator made the same argument here in the same way, would you boot them? I don't know what you mean. Purpose was forced diversity. That's why some people are pissed. As far as forced diversity, I don't always know where all those arguments come from. I don't always know where all those arguments come from. Nice criticism on Supergirl, Zach. Who's Zach? Zach is here? I doubt that he'd be slumming in my channel. And that's exactly what it would be. The only case of whitewashing I was okay with in the MCU was Tilda Swinton on the Ancient One. Yeah, I understand why that had to happen. I'm not happy with it. I don't like the idea of bowing down to, what do you call it, to China's demands. But at the same time, this is a capitalistic world, or country at least, and capitalism kind of rules the day. Even in the so-called socialist countries, there is no socialist country. There is no socialist country. If there is free trade, then there's no such thing as socialism. Like, that's one of the things that people always get wrong all the time, and I just have to kind of walk away from that. It's like trying to explain things with crayons. There is no such thing as a socialist country or a socialist economy if there is any kind of free trade whatsoever. It flies in the face of it. A lot of times, hate to say this, America is more socialist than many of the so-called socialist countries. Having free healthcare or having universal healthcare is not as socialist as minimum wage and what do you call it? Like some of the things that we do in America to safeguard against capitalism. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. What do we have here? So in a different universe, they can do what they want. Asian actors need to stop being... I read that one. But it doesn't apply to people where the race is tied to the character. Yeah, that's never going to happen with... Oh, okay, I went up. That's why. Yeah, that's never going to happen with a character like Black Panther. But yeah, if their race is tied into... See, that's the thing. Iron Fist. His race is tied to his character. If he were made Asian, it wouldn't be Iron Fist. Am I wrong? Because I don't think I am. You know what I'm saying? The idea, like, here's this white guy in this world. Yes, back in the day, it was that whole thing, like, you know, oh, white guy goes into Asia and does the thing better than anybody else. That's how he was portrayed in the first story arc. And that was like, what, a 2-issue story arc? After that, Iron Fist was just basically a big clod. He was constantly screwing up everything that he did, and he needed people to keep on telling him, dude, you're an idiot. Stop doing things like an idiot, you know? But they also established pretty early on that Kunlun is not an Asian thing. It's an interdimensional thing. The door is in Tibet. That's it. That's all that is. Anyway, in Supergirl, basically, Win Scott in Supergirl is basically... I don't know who any of these characters are. I don't think the guy who plays Jimmy Olsen is Win Scott, but whatever. Red Black Cane, nice criticism on Supergirl. Zach. Who the heck is Zach? What the frig? Bitter Taste. Also, could you talk about the New Mutants whitewashing with Sunspot and Celia Reyes? I've seen the comments about what's his name, Sunspot. Yes. When he was created to be like, his first appearance was in Marvel graphic novel issue number 4, and he's a Brazilian character. I did a explained in a minute on Sunspot, and yes, he's supposed to be a Brazilian character. They have been making, and he was supposed, and more specific, like if anybody knows anything about Brazil, I think your average person knows that there's a lot of diversity in Brazil. And very specifically, I think that, or what do you call it? He was made originally, he was drawn to be a black Brazilian. And over the years, they've just added a lot more white to the point where he's just a white guy with curly hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I've seen. And it's funny because, like, I never noticed. I never paid attention to any of that. But I can see how black people or Brazilians, especially black Brazilians, would notice that. That's a big deal for them because this was their representation. In a world where they weren't getting a whole lot of representation to begin with, it's like, here we go, here's our one character who is our representation. And all of a sudden they're just like, yeah, we're going to take that back. It's like, oh, no, you're not. No, you're not. Not without a fight. So I 100% agree with that. The hate towards the Sunspot actor is bordering on mixed race bias, to be honest. Well, the actor, I think that I don't know about the actor. Like, do they have somebody playing Sunspot in the New Mutants movie that's coming out? I don't know. The only actor I know who's kind of playing Sunspot is the actor for whatever the damn it, I can't remember what that X-Men-esque TV show is that's on Fox right now. But he's not actually playing Sunspot. He's playing a Sunspot-esque character. He's playing Sunspot's powers and a whole bunch of things like that, but it's not actually Sunspot. That's their way of getting around the idea that they didn't cast a black Brazilian. So, like, that's my opinion at least. So, yeah, I get it. What are you gonna do? It's a weird world. It's a weird world, and unfortunately, that stuff does get taken way too far sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, but on both sides. I hate saying things like both sides. But sometimes, like, people can be... I hate using the term SJW, but there are people who do get a little bit too much like that. It's like, okay, in the comic books, this person is this tall. Like, you might as well say that. You might as well say his name, for crying out loud. Like, I can understand somebody saying, oh, Hugh Jackman is too tall to be playing Wolverine. That's a valid argument. And it's just as valid as saying Sunspot isn't played by a black Brazilian guy. That's the exact same argument as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? It, if this character's gonna do a good job with the role and whatnot, okay, because it is acting, but there does need to be that level of representation, especially like it's Marvel. Marvel's always supposed to have been about representation, and when Marvel does drop the ball, it obviously infuriates fans, and I can understand why. I can. I mean, like, for crying out loud, I don't know how many people get Matrix tattoos and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I see people all the time getting comic book tattoos because they love a specific character. They love such and such about a character. And if a new writer or a new artist even comes on and just completely changes something for them, I can see the level of, animosity they would feel. I will never excuse a death threat. If you commit to a death threat or a threat of violence or something like that, you're a jackass. You know what I'm saying? And there's probably a good chance that you deserve to be taken off the map. We need an island for people like that. And just, there you go, bud. There you go. But as far as, what do you call it? Recasting and things like that, each individual thing has to be looked at. And anybody who just jumps on and starts talking about, oh, this character is such and such. Okay, if you don't know the comic books, you don't have a place at our table. Okay? That's the thing. You don't have a place at our table. And I hate saying that because, like, I'm the guy who back in high school, I was actually on sports teams. It was track and field. It wasn't like football or anything like that. It was track and field. It's still kind of nerdy, all right? That's my story and I'm sticking to it, all right? But I did have to go to the weight room a lot. And I did work out in the weight room with a bunch of the jocks and the football players. And I did hang out with them a lot. I knew the wrestling team a lot. I wrestled with the wrestlers a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I was in a different world than everybody else. I would wear it, but I just bought it. I just bought a Dungeons & Dragons t-shirt. One of the few non-comic book t-shirts that I have. I didn't wash it yet. I don't wear shirts straight out of the store. I wash them first. But yeah, I can't wait to wear that one. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, I had, you know, I couldn't just go around telling people, you know, my friends. I couldn't tell my friends that I was into comic books and Dungeons and Dragons, especially Dungeons and Dragons, back in the '80s, because it just nobody would understand it. They wouldn't get it. And the geeks and the nerds, you know what I'm saying? Like if like when the nerds saw me in the comic book stores and things like that, I know they were talking about me. I know they're talking about, what's he doing here? I knew it. You know, it's just like if a hot girl shows, or any kind of girl who shows up at a comic book store back in the '80s was hot. You know what I'm saying? She could have one leg and have survived an incinerator incident. It's still be like, what's a girl doing in here? Oh my God, why are girls in here? They're invading our space. Which, hate to say it, but as a guy, you know, who's 43, as a guy in my 40s who's a comic book fan and who's been in comic book stores back in the day and knows that experience, sorry, comic skaters could say it's not about, you know, hatred towards women, but that's they're saying the exact same things, for crying out loud, that I heard back then. You know what I'm saying? So sorry, when you say the same thing, it's an 80s saying. Looks like a duck, acts like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. It's a freaking duck, all right? It's a freaking duck. Don't hurt yourself. Don't try and jump through hula hoops and things like that to try and, you know, change it. It's a duck, okay? It's a duck. Anyway, so it's not even like duck season, rabbit season. It's a freaking duck. So, what do we got here? Hey, Raven, what's going on, man? Stephanie Crespo. Hello, lady. They could just not buy that run of that character. I have a Punisher tattoo, but I don't like Rosenberg's run, so I'm not collecting the current run. You don't like Rosenberg's run? But it's amazing. And I hear you. It's cool. If it's not your cup of tea, it is what it is. Yeah, man. Punisher tattoos. You know, here's a question. Does anybody remember back in the late 80s when Punisher was black? Oh, it was only for like one issue. It was only for like one issue. They were actually going to try and make him black, and they had a fairly decent explanation, you know, comic books wise, explanation as to why he was black. And they hooked him up with Luke Cage, who they were trying to bring him back into a series. They had the Cage series. That was volume 1 of Cage. They actually made Punisher a black man. He was actually a black man. He had surgery. He became a black man. And it didn't work so well, so they're like, oh no, he's white again. He's white again. The surgery didn't take, so he's white again. But they also made him an angel. They also made him a Frankenstein's monster. So, you know, I mean, they always try to do new things with Punisher. And I'm sure that Stephanie doesn't have any fond memories of those versions of the Punisher either. Just saying. So I'm sure she's not buying those runs. But, like, that's the thing, man. It's just, it is what it is. I don't know, man. I don't know. Bitter Taste, only been light-skinned actresses for Storm, despite her clearly being dark-skinned. More than that, I believe that she should have an African accent. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Like, Mark Herrera, a science fiction Zorro movie is being developed with a black female lead. Guess Hispanic representation isn't trendy right now. You know what? I hear you, and no, you're 100% right. Like, I'm laughing at first, but while I'm laughing, I'm like, no, Zorro is straight up like isn't he the first Latino? Would he actually be Hispanic? I don't know if but he's definitely Latino. Representation in comics before there were comic books, before comic books were actually the present day, you know, as opposed to funny pages being reprinted in, you know, newspaper paper. Yeah, he was the first one. He came before Batman, for crying out loud. So yeah, you know what? No, you're right. You're right. There are no comic books in Venezuela, and I read them online. I understand. I understand. It is what it is. I understand. Robert Stone, what's going on? Couple issues. Sorry, I didn't see your original thing. Jen Lovett, I don't like secret orientation, so Punisher, Cap are suffering. Secret orientation. Maybe it's a typo on the phone. I don't know what that means. Are you calling black representation trendy? Bitter Taste. Okay, we don't need to get into that. I think that what Mark Herrera was saying was pretty obvious. I think that what he was saying was very obvious. Zorro is a Latino. And there are some things where it's like, you know, I'm not saying that. No, I don't think he's saying that black representation is trendy. But it's like you're taking an ethnic character and making it into a different ethnic character, and it's like, why not make it a Latino female as opposed to a male a black female. Like, there, I don't know how many. I don't do a pace count. I don't a pace count. Jesus, this is my military coming back to me. I don't do a count of all of those things. But okay, you know what? Maybe this isn't such a great. This is a shame, man. This is a shame. It seems like there's a lot of anger going on right now, and I just don't feel the need for any of that nonsense. Nobody needs to feel like they're insulted. Literally, I don't feel like anybody feels the need to be insulted. And if you want to be, then freaking be insulted, I guess. But like, there's no need for that. This is a shame. This is a shame. You know, there's something that I talk about sometimes, like in my free time, talking about with, not necessarily comic book fans, but I talk about I'll talk about politics and I'll talk about religion. You know what I'm saying? And those are the two things that you're not supposed to talk about with people. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about religion. Not at the dinner table. Never talk about it. In our crazy, effed up world, where, like, there are things that are really just wrong, and there are wars and things like that. What is, for the most part, every single war that's out there about? What is every single war out there about? Politics and religion. Maybe the problem is that we don't talk about them enough. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I think we need to be talking about them more, and talking is the appropriate word. Argumentation is cool, but like the whole, I just don't see the need, like, what the F is this and what the F is that. I don't think anybody's trying to be insulting on here. So let's just calm it, Money and power. With your time as a reporter, it's hard to argue with that. But no, religion absolutely does play a part in it. Unfortunately, it's politics politicking with people's religions. The Middle East is a ridiculously messed up, screwed up place because they didn't get to pick their borders. They didn't get to pick where they live. You know what I'm saying? And that has nothing to do with them. So, and taking advantage of blood feuds. Unfortunately, that's the thing. The politics in the West taking advantage of the blood feuds over there. And those blood feuds, unfortunately, do have a lot to do with freaking religion. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a shame. Okay, so there was a repost up here that I saw. Akuma Ranger. Say, Professor, would you be open to reading a book based on overhauling a character you actively dislike? Oh, if they're going to do that, start with Mariah Hill, because Mariah Hill is my least favorite character in all of comic books. I hate Mariah Hill. I want her to die violently in a fire, and then be resurrected, and then die in another fire. It's got to be a completely different fire. I hate Mariah Hill. I despise Mariah Hill. Oh, she's really good in the movie. She's really good in the movies. Kobe Smulders. Great. I'll take that Mariah Hill. But in the comic books, oh no. She is pig-headed. She's evil. She's oh, terrible. Terrible. Worse than Nick Cage. Nick Cage. Oh, that was something for you. Nick Cage isn't bad. Acting, that's another story. Nick Fury. Worse than Nick Fury. I don't care if it's white Nick Fury. I don't care if it's black Nick Fury. I don't care if it's other black Nick Fury. She's worse than Nick Fury. She's worse than all three Nick Furies put together in a big Nick Fury casserole, all right? Hate me some Mariah Hill. Hate some Mariah Hill. Yes, I would love to see a book where they would make a rehaul of Mariah Hill. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm saying I'm done with Captain America for working for Hydra. Punisher is oriented towards that, making it boring. But it's not the same Captain America. So, no, I hear you. I think it could be made good. I think it's just going to take some time. I think it just takes some time. Time heals all wounds, right? Yeto, yeah, I'll concede. Thinking about it now, both characters are Afro-Latino. Should be represented accurately. I was under the impression that these characters were just Latino. Yeah, I don't know. Diablo Hashcraft. I'm still buying Silencer and Terrifics. Good man, good man. They have new characters instead of variants. Yeah, exactly. They're making, like, for the most part, like, even with Silencer, yes, the Treaty of Versailles. Treaty of Versailles. What do you call it? I'm on now. There we go. Instead of variants. No, yeah, 100%. Silencer is an amazing. I don't know about Terrifics. I got like the first 3 or 4 issues of Terrifics, and I just wasn't feeling it. But as far as what do you call it is concerned, oh, I love Silencer. Silencer's freaking amazing. All new kinds of characters, different take on Talia al Ghul, like fantastic, man. I mean, I'm upset Cindy Moon in Spider-Man: Homecoming is portrayed by a Chinese actress instead of Korean. You know what? I think I need to see Homecoming again because I don't remember Cindy Moon being in the movie. Wow. Bitter taste. But isn't Zorro just non-Hispanic, which is just white Hispanic person? It seems to be a nationality. There could be white Hispanics, black Hispanics, etc., etc. I don't really care. I think it's IRC. I think that's I don't really care. I don't know. Excuse me. Is that what it said on the back of Melania Trump's jacket? Oh. Charles, anybody read the issue of Spawn where he turned a KKK member black? Great issue. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You know, like that would be just like, how could you have a better punishment than turning somebody into the thing that they hate the most? You know what I'm saying? Oh man, that, yeah, like great freaking point. Great point. I think I gotta do a spotlight on story on that. Just to sit there and start smiling, and I'm gonna hang like pictures of snowflakes behind me. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get triggered, you're one of these. Which one are you? Are you? They're all unique. Somebody went on and because I made a comment, I was like, "This warning, this comic book will trigger snowflakes." And somebody got on, "I was really into everything this guy was saying until he went and said such and such and such." Triggered. Like literally, you don't have to get triggered over stuff. Maybe some of these people need to join the military and actually be insulted, like really be insulted and not be let up on. I don't know. I don't even think the military does that anymore. I don't know. There's the new army stuff. You know, I got a stress card. Help. I made a joke one time. I was like, with this stress card that they hold up, do they draw a picture of a snowflake on there? Because they should. Just saying. It's the military. The military should not be a safe space. It simply should not. All right, let's move on. Waller. Yeah, Waller. Yes, I agree. Amanda Waller. She's not a particularly good Amanda Waller versus Nick Fury. Oh, God, may they kill each other. May they kill each other and save their own universes from all of their debauchery because they're terrible people. Okay, let's move back. Oh, Battle Rapper D. There's an example of a soldier doing good in the world. What's going on, Battle Rapper D? They already rebooted Detective Chimp and gained some Professor Belloff. No, that's a good point. That's a great point. They rebooted Detective Chimp. They made him awesome, and I like him now. So, okay, you know what? Good. Done and done. Good point. I remember she was drawn a lot darker in the Mr. and Mrs. X universe. I don't know which character you're talking about, but I got you. That's Bitter Taste. Your comment to Yeto is actually exactly what we do need. We need more writers and artists who are interested in the character. Exactly. I don't really want to see, what do you call it, characters being assigned to writers and artists. I would rather there be more of a volunteer pool put up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, you know, we'd really like there to be a such and such thing. Like that was the conversation that I had with Donnie Cates. You know what I'm saying? He talked about it a lot. Brian Hill talked about it with me publicly. I don't want to talk about any private conversations I have with people. But Brian Hill talked about it with me publicly on Twitter also. How, what do you call it? The trick is volunteering to write a character. Oh, you're going to write a good character. Even if a lot of people don't like it, it's fine. It's still going to be a good writing session. And that's what counts. Does the person actually want to write? Did someone volunteer to write this? Did someone ask to write this? Because if so, give it to them. If not, don't assign. You know, it's like, oh, the Captain Marvel movie is out, where you got to assign somebody to do it. I'm pretty sure that Miss Kelly Thompson said, can I take it? Because if Margaret Stoll isn't going to do it anymore, I'll take it. I'm positive that she volunteered for that, as opposed to being assigned it, where she's kicking and screaming, no, I don't want to do it. No, I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? There are going to be times when characters have to be written because it's got to, you know, you got to take advantage of the movie being out. We are in a capitalistic world, right? But that being said, you should go with the volunteers first. Just saying. But this person's our best writer, but that person's not going to give you their best writing because they're not interested in the character. Don't assign it. Please don't assign it. I love Celia greater than Dr. Nemesis. The Cut Up Ottoman Empire. Dude, 1921. A lot of people like 1924. No, it began in 1921. Like, that's when the real slicing started there. Battle Rapper D, when are you planning on reviewing Old Man Hawkeye? I loved the book and would like to hear your take. Did issue 12 come out yet? Because I think once that comes out, you know what? I read the first 5 issues. I need to go back and reread. I still have them on. I still have the physical copies I bought and the Comixologies ones that I bought. If they're going to do a sale, they usually do sales in Comixology. If they do that, you know what? I got to grab them. I got to read them all so that when issue 12 comes out, I can just read it right there and then just boom. I can just do a spotlight on story like that week that it comes out. So thank you for reminding me that. In fact, I should probably write that down. Here's paper. Yeah, I'm old. I write on paper. Take that. All that stuff is. Oh, yeah. I said I was going to do a 10 you notice I haven't been doing 10 things about lately, right? I've got plans to reboot that, but just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. I've actually got a Blue Beetle done. I've got all of the versions. Listen to me now. All of the versions of Blue Beetle in one video. So that's going to be fun. I just haven't gotten there yet. Okay, so what did I want to do? Old Man Hawkeye. Old Man Hawkeye. Yeah, because I heard about some things that happened later on, which are kind of like, whoa, really? So, me likey. Sebastian, I'll turn 18 in March, and I want your recommendation for beginners about adult comic books, but I broke the rules for obvious reasons. About adult comics? You mean like comic books with nudity in it? Yeah, they exist. They're out there. Kuma Ranger, hey, I didn't choose the ballroom. I just came to dance. That's funny. I mean, if I recall correctly, Battle Rapper D, I love Old Man Hawkeye 2. Such a good comic. Okay. Mark, oh, okay, just jumped. I'm going to stay right here. Yeto says, dude, take your time, Professor, with the 10 things. Yeah. I'm gonna have a new format to put them all out one of these days, but it's gonna take a little bit of time to do it. Once I do it, yeah, we'll see what's up. Anyway, okay. Bitter Taste. There was no indication that they were in the cavalry. That page was seeing out many issues about the black community faced like slavery, KKK, police brutality. Karen Page's story in Daredevil TV show is nearly the same as Life of Captain Marvel backstory. Oh, I didn't notice that. Okay. Jonathan retracted his message, so I can't see what he wrote. So I don't know what was historically accurate or not. Let's see. Mark Rero. Surprised Ted Cord is back in costume. I'm good with it, though. Totally good with it. Raven, all Blue Beetles in one video should be a good movie. No, I think it's only like about 3 minutes. I didn't actually compile it yet, but I did do the voice for it and everything. Script, everything's done for. I just have to actually put the pieces together. I also like to see the Versus series come back again. Yeah, the Versus series is something that could come back fairly easily, and I think I will start doing those again pretty soon on Comic Book University because, yeah, yes, that should be fairly easy. Again, it's just, yeah, perfect. You put opinions on there. It's just my opinions on the matchups. I hate Screw Attack so much. Yeah, I almost found myself getting into an argument with somebody who I actually genuinely appreciate at my comic book store. It's like, oh, they always side with Marvel. Like, what are you talking about? They side with Marvel like 3 times. 3 times. What are you talking about? What do you call it? Jonathan, Blue Beetle has that cool ship, the big bug. Yeah, the beetle, the beetle flyer, the beetle movement, whatever. But yes, repost. Yes, 12 issue Old Man Hawkeye is out. Oh, issue 12 of Old Man Hawkeye is out. Crap. Okay, I already screwed up. And by the way, what's up, True Fan Forum? What's going on, man? I liked Heroes in Crisis 4. Yeah, I like Heroes in Crisis, period. I like it. I know there's a lot of people who don't, but again, I've dealt with a lot of PTSD in my lifetime, and I'm not talking about necessarily my own. I'm talking about like I've known so many people who have PTSD, and just like it's amazing. Like that's how you gain empathy. You know what I'm saying? And I know there are people who are just like, empathy, that's just stupid. Empathy. Everybody's always talking about empathy. You do realize that even if you're like an ultra far right wing conservative and you're basically into tribalism, if you don't have empathy within your tribe, you are cast out of the tribe, right? Like you're gone. So empathy is actually crucial to being a human. We have to know how to take care of each other. We have to. It's how we all survive. Just saying. It's one of the reasons why the monkeys haven't taken over yet. Just saying. But those apes, they're out there. They're out there. They're already using tools. Killmonger 3 panel. I need more mojo in my life. Yeah, it was funny. Marco Baker, I'm really enjoying the Super Sons miniseries. Maxi series, it's a maxi series. Miniseries is 12 or 6 or under. Maxi series is up to 12 or more. I'm really enjoying, and they've actually called it that since I was a kid. Back in the 80s, they used to call them that on DC's side. I'm really enjoying. Oh, I read that one. One more thing. Take notes. Don't forget to buy Transformers Historia next Wednesday. Transformers Historia. Also, I did notice that you've been saying to look at other people's channels. Dude, I do need you to understand. I get people asking me to look at other channels all the time. People jump in like, hey, could you check out my video on my channel? No, I'm sorry, I can't. Hey, could you check out my friend's video? No, I'm sorry, I can't. Hey, this guy's doing a really cool video. No, I'm sorry, I can't. If you... Like, I understand you're one person and you're saying, look at this one video. For you, it's like, it's just one lousy video. But for me, it's 30 people every single week. Go and look through comments. What do you call it? In my email, I get them. On Twitter, I get them. In DM, I get them. On Facebook, I get a lot of people. In private messenger, I get a lot of people saying, hey, could you check out this? Hey, could you check out that? Every so often, like if it's someone who I've gotten really, close with, I'll say yes, I will. But like when you have so many people asking you to look at things, you have to learn how to say no. You know what I'm saying? And more than that, I get people, hey, you want to join up and do a joint podcast together or do a joint video together, something like that? You have to learn how to say no. And it sounds rude, and you're going to lose potential friends in the industry. But the friends who you are losing are actually just the little channels who may or may not actually make it at some point. You know what I'm saying? And even then, the ones that I've said yes to, when I say yes, all of a sudden I get 10 more requests from the same person. Hey, could you do mine? And then I'll get like, I don't know about 50, but I will get easily another 10 more requests from other people saying, hey, will you do mine? No, I can't. I don't have time. Well, you did this person's. Really? Like, literally, it's a lose-lose-lose situation. It's not even a catch-22. It's a nothing but lose situation. I do a lot. I think I do a lot. I put out more comic book reviews than I think anybody else out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a Patreon account, so I don't charge. So every single thing that I do is volunteer basis. You know what I'm saying? And to dispel a myth, YouTube ad revenue is crap. It's garbage. You can't... I couldn't survive on YouTube ad revenue. I have to have my morning job. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I work in the morning. I'm a stay-at-home dad because I work from home. I'm a stay-at-home dad, so when my wife goes out to work, like she commutes out to Toronto from Mississauga. So it's just like a 45-minute commute right there, both ways. And she's at work for like 8 hours a day. Bruh, I'm talking about taking care of the kids. Summertime, it's kind of worse because both of them, but there's still the schedule of going and picking up, bringing the kid and bringing, back from. And then I got, my one son who's not in school yet. He'll go to school next year. But it's like, dude, like, you have no idea. This is not a poor me thing. I'm all alone in the White House. Poor me. Yeah, poor you, the most powerful man in the universe. And you want somebody to feel sorry for you? Don't be a jackass. don't be a jackass. But, you know, like, even for me, nobody's going to feel sorry for me necessarily. But please understand, every single thing that I do for Comic Book University is a volunteer basis. I do not get any real money for doing this. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. Even if you do take the time to look at the ads, and how many people block ads, you know, with whatever, or they skip ads and things like that, I'm telling you, I do not see. I'll see subscriber count going up, view count going up, ad revenue still staying the same, sometimes even getting lower. And it's like, dude, what the frick? And that's besides when YouTube straight up screws you. So please understand, okay? Please understand when somebody's like, I need you to, you know, do this video. I'll try. I'll try. You can, by all means, ask me to do stuff. I'll either say yes or no. You know, and at the very least, I'm going to try. You know what I'm saying? But it's when people start to get angry at me, this is when I just got to step back and be like, you clearly don't understand, and I don't need to be taking so much time interacting with you anymore because you're not going to understand, and it's not worth my time, further time, trying to, like, I don't have animosity towards anybody who talks to me. Anybody. Like, real talk, I know people always say, why don't you debate some comic skaters? Why? What's the point? Am I going to change minds? Like, it's just pornography. That's pretty much all it's going to be, without it actually being pornography. I don't want any comic skaters getting their hopes up. Sorry, I'm a taken man. But like, I would, like, if I ever met Zach, you know, Richard in real life, I would actually have a conversation with him. If he got uppity and started, you know, like, salty is one thing, but if he actually started being a jerk to me, oh, I'd absolutely put my middle finger in his face and laugh at him and start ranking on him. Absolutely. And then we'll see, you know what I'm saying, like, how well can you take it? You know what I'm saying? Because I can insult with the best of them, and believe me, nothing hurts me, you know? But if, like, we want to have an actual human being conversation, dude, I would do that live. I would 100 on whoever's channel. It could be a neutral channel, whatever. I would absolutely have a conversation, a civil conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, that's just who I am. I don't bear animosity towards anybody. I really don't. But I will call something stupid when I see somebody's being stupid. And I will call rude when somebody just doesn't understand some things, you know? So it is what it is. And again, I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just simply trying to put it out there. There's only but so much Professor Bill that can go around. Sometimes I actually have to be regular Bill or Daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it. That's why I try to always make sure I could be here for the live stream so I can talk to you guys, because I do know that, you know, you guys want a little bit more. So here's where I can do a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you do a 10 things on Cindy Moon? How about we instead talk about Cindy Moon? Well, I'm still waiting for you to do a 10 things about such and such character. Okay, can we just talk about it here? Because, you know, yeah, just it is what it is. Love you guys, and I do wish I could do more. I really do, but 24 hours in a day, baby. Elvis Presley said it best. Too bad there's only 24 hours in a day. What do you call it? Yeto on Uncanny X-Men. Yes. Bitter taste. That said, I'm kind of excited for Rosenberg's upcoming run, but I hope that the villains who've been... Okay, there's been a conversation that I simply wasn't involved in. I'm sorry, guys. I'd like her to stay as reformed if she ended up replacing... Are you guys talking about Jean? Because, yeah, Jean's not as powerful as she used to be. Am I wrong? Charles, you run a great channel. It's very much appreciated. Much appreciation, thank you. Oh, we need more Bill. Hey, back off, man. You can only give us so much. There's only but so much to give. I love you guys too, and, like, that's real talk. I appreciate you guys showing up. I appreciate the conversation more than anything else. I just appreciate the conversations. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate being able to talk with people about comic books. Yeah, like-minded or not, I enjoy the conversations about the comic books. Suan, I feel as Cassandra should stay a villain. She would be wasted as a hero. You need that big baddie looming on the horizon, adds tension to stories. Now that she has... I hope that Tom Taylor wrote that, where she got the empathy now. I hope that the way that she does this, or the way that he does her, if he's going to do her again, is that her empathy still lets her be a bad guy, but she can feel things. Because, like, Magneto has empathy. In fact, I feel that people like Magneto and Doctor Doom have so much empathy. And that's one of the reasons why they can go astray. Because empathy, like, you've got Captain America empathy and Magneto empathy. And when you think about it, the characters really aren't that different, are they? And yet they're still worlds apart. So, empathy, you could still be evil with empathy. Like, getting empathy doesn't mean that you're a good guy now. Oh, what's going on over here? Sebastian, I love Saga, not just for obvious reasons, because anything about that. Also, dude, it's been 105 minutes. Yeah, 145, or 1 hour and 45 minutes. Going on an hour and 46. Yeah, I got the time, so it's not a big deal. I don't mind. The live stream is one of my favorite things about Saturdays. Keep up with the great work, Professor Bill. More than happy to. More than happy to. Oh, you guys are talking about Cassandra Nova. Okay, thank you, Yeto. You got to invest in Doc Ock's cloning technology, Bill. Real talk. No, because that's how... Do you want inheritors? Because that's how you get inheritors. Bitter Taste, yeah, Cassandra would be weird as a hero, especially since she was the one who destroyed Genosha. Yeah. I feel that X-Man could have been done the way that a lot of people are probably thinking. Because, like, you can work with that. Oh, she destroyed Genosha, but now she's got empathy, so she's trying to make up for it. But the way that she's trying to make up for it is bad. A lot like the way that the Horsemen of Salvation are being written right now. Mind you, that's plot-wise, not actual script-wise. I don't feel it's being scripted as well as it should. Like, you're getting one panel of each of the Horsemen, and it's just not enough. I'm just not getting anything out of these guys. It's like you made whole new characters, and we're not getting anything out of them. So that's where I feel the box is... Whoa, Big Shaq, your toy shelf is getting full. Brother, it's not about my toy shelf being full. I've got stuff over here, too. I've got stuff down on the shelves. Ugh! You see this big Fan Expo Canada bag? Look what's inside. And it is filled, baby. Whoa. Are you gonna show or not? There we go. It is filled with characters, man. I try to rotate when I can, but sometimes I get a really good pose. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Oh, not just that. I also collect these guys. I collect these little guys, too. I like... It's stupid, I know, but... Yeah, I collect, Oh, for crying out loud. Dropping stuff. Darn, I just had Spider-Gwen. Oh, here she is. Yeah, I collect, all of these little guys, too. I love them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just fun. And I don't display them. But I was thinking about doing, like, little stories with them here and there, you know? Yeah, I like to collect all these stupid little things. It's dumb, but it's like... There we go. It's like me collecting lightsabers. I like to collect lightsabers and act like I'm a Mandalorian and put them all up on my wall. Oh, man. Oh, and here's one that I really have to put up. I need to put up my Darth Maul. You know what I'm saying? I need to put up my Darth Maul lightsaber one of these days. Just have to get around to doing it. Oh, and I just dropped my comic books. Oh no! As long as I'm not running them over. Oh man, I just dropped my my kid's practice guitar. I'm trying to teach my 5-year-old how to play guitar. And I have to remember how to play guitar before I could do that, so... Oh man. Shoot, just dropped all my comic books. My this week's comic books. Okay, there we go. Anyway, okay, so turns into Sentient Turnip. Ooh, Sentient Turnip would be cool. It's not. I got a ton of figures. I love figures. I just love the stupid figures, man. Does anyone feel like reading The Punisher is watching the 80s action movie? Oh no, don't do that. Please don't do that. Oh, I was thinking about the what the heck is it called? The Dolph Lundgren one. That actually came out in 1990. Or 91. Hey everyone, the Black Kryptonian is here. Jeffrey Lane, what's up? Oh, who was it? Which wrestler calls himself the Suntan Superman, or used to? I know his name. He does the 7-second dance segment with Carmella. What the hell can I remember his name? It's what you try and focus on one person, and suddenly you forget exactly who the person is. Anyway, yeah, he always called himself the Suntan Superman back in the day. Yeah, love that dude. Thinking maybe Steven Seagal. Oh no, not Steven Seagal. I got a Black Series saber. It's beautiful. Winter Soldier versus Red Hood. Nah, I'm going Winter Soldier. Red Hood is awesome. He's awesome. Maybe he's even more awesome. But this isn't a fan contest. This is a who would actually win in a fight contest. And I got to go with Winter Soldier. Hi, Jeffrey. So did you bring cookies? Angst is an unspeakably powerful weapon. Cheers. Biggie Shack. That's what's going to do. That's the second chap I was in, and Ginger's someone to drop their comics yesterday. It was Wolverine 1. Oh no! Jeffrey Lane, Happy New Year, everyone. What's up? R-Truth. Thank you, Reggie Simmons. Yes, R-Truth. What's up? What's up? Dude, like, nobody's got more energy than that dude. And he's older, too. He's older. He's great. But, like, and if you listen to a bunch of his behind-the-scenes stuff, it's freaking awesome. He got them all. You listen to his stuff behind the scenes, it's great because he's actually really good friends with The Miz. And The Miz was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna rap. He's like, live? Yeah, I think I'm gonna rap live. I think you should try and do it first before you do it live because it's really hard to rap with an actual beat in the background. You might think it's easy, but it's really hard. And afterwards, Miz is like, oh my God, it was so hard. So that was great. Hopefully with the more powerful students, all these guys, get a real team soon after Age of X-Men. I think that's where Uncanny X-Men is going. I think, Bitter Taste, your comment. I think that's where it's going so far. I think that they're doing all this so that they can have a the Young X-Men book. Yet was Wolverine's revival complete yet? No, he doesn't have his memories back yet. Excuse me. True Fan Forum, Jeffrey Lane, and a Happy New Year to you. Jeffrey Lane, Comic Book University, do you keep the new DCEU or go with Zack Snyder's version? The BVS Steppenwolf was sick compared to the Justin Lee. What? Hold on, I'm going to have to look at that more. I'm reading it wrong, I've got to be. Do you keep the new DCEU or go with Zack Snyder's version? Batman vs. Superman Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf was in Justice League, so I was sick compared to the Justice League version. BVS didn't have Steppenwolf in it, so I don't really know what you mean. But anyway, as far as the new DCEU, right now you're really just talking about Aquaman. I loved Aquaman. It was the best thing to happen to the DCEU. I'm not trying to compare it to the Nolan Batman films. I'm not trying to do that. But Aquaman was better than Wonder Woman. Yes, Wonder Woman and all the other DCEU movies combined, in my opinion. That was just boom. Like, DCEU, welcome to the party. You know, we've been missing you. We've been waiting for your arrival. All these other imposters kept on showing up. We're glad you actually made it. Please stick around. You know, that's the way I look at it. Down for more Calamity Strikes. Down for more Rock Slide and Anoli. If somebody wants to write those characters, then by all means, yes. More importantly, down for Dust. I think that Bayman will come out in summer of 2021. I don't know what Bayman is, Jeffrey Lane. Like, I'd settle for a cameo appearance now. Okay, just jumped. I'm going to go from here. Crap. Why do I keep forgetting to add Dust? The Miz is the only true heel in wrestling. I love The Miz. The Miz is the best, man. The Batman. It's Marvel's fault. What's Marvel's fault? Our truth run with Little Jimmy was magical. Exactly. Little Jimmy, do you agree? He's right here. Shh. You're stepping on Little Jimmy. Little Jimmy, are you okay? That was the best. But I also love when he comes out. He's like, all right, you know what? And when I get in here to the Royal Rumble, dude, you're not even in our team. I'm not? All right, y'all, this was my bad. My bad. Our truth is so versatile. Like, just, oh, man. We need more our truth. Both brands. Both brands. At the end of BVS, they had an end credit scene. Oh, yes, okay, with the demonic version of Steppenwolf. Look it up on YouTube. No, I saw it. I actually saw that version. Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. You know what? Duh. I'm sick. I'm going to blame everything on me being sick right now. You're 100% right. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. The more demonic version probably would have been better. You know what? Any of those versions would have been better than Jack Kirby's original version. I know I'm going to get all sorts of crap for this, but the green outfit with the big tall dunce hat that he had on, I'm sorry, any version is better than that. So I'm going to say that, and I'm going to quickly bow out before I get attacked by too many people. Let's start from here. Oh, Jeffrey Lane again. It was a deleted scene in the BVS. Yep. You're right. Yeah, he was more alien looking. I highly recommend New Japan Oro Wrestling Professor. Yeah, NJ PW, I think it is. I haven't been watching. I don't even watch. I want you to understand. I don't even watch Raw and SmackDown anymore. I watch the clips on YouTube. That's all I do, and I listen to a wrestling podcast. Excuse me, two of them. I listen to the Solid Monster Sands Off. I love that dude. And I listen to Bruce Pritchard, Something to Wrestle With. I listen to that. That's what I listen to. You know what I'm saying? But I don't actually watch any wrestling anymore. Cody Rhodes with the new AWA Wrestling, I think it's called. I'm down for that. I want to see what they're going to do with that. We'll see. R-Truth loves fried chicken. Why did Anoli steal from Beast anyway? Oh, hopefully we find out in the next issue, because that was just a really quick... Do you like any CM Punk Marvel books? Yeah, I have a couple of reviews for those, and you can check those out. Jeffrey Lane, okay, do you think Superman should be based on the real world, like Nolan, or you think Aquaman way is the best? Mind you, I haven't seen Aquaman yet. I don't know about the Aquaman way. I don't know about the real world version. They should just do the comic book version. You know what I'm saying? The comic book version where things happen, it sucks, but for the most part, the people love their superhero. That's the DC universe. The people love their heroes, and they have good reason to love the superheroes. They protect the city instead of destroying the city with the villains, you know? Whether you're a comic book fan or not, everybody, for the most part, who watches those DC movies, you know, from... you know, like the BVS and all that stuff, and especially Man of Steel, it's like, can't they take the fight out of the big city? I mean, is that so hard? They're obviously coming for you. Or when you're going to, you know, charge into somebody, can you not charge into them through that, you know, publicly occupied building? I think this stuff was just way too dark and way too brutal. And that's what Zack, not Snyder, Zack, I'm sick. And I can never remember his name. But yeah, that Zack, the bad Zack. That's the way that he does that. Oh, God, okay, I can't think right. Anyway, I just don't think it should be done the way it's been done. That's what I think. Make it more like the comic books. Boom, done. For the New Gods movie, they should go more demonic for the Apocalypse New God designs. Yeah. That could work. I haven't seen, okay, I think it's actually about time to start closing off the podcast. I'm starting to have I'm starting to have like memory lapses right now. I can't think right. So, I know the name of the girl, Ava DuVernay. She just did a movie recently, and I can't remember what it's called. But I didn't see that movie, and I don't know if she actually did demonic-like characters or not in there. I don't know if the movie called for it. I don't think it did well in the theaters, though, so I don't know. Depends on the characters, like Batman and Green Arrow should be more realistic. Superman and Aquaman should be more fantastical. It depends. If they're in a joint world, it depends on, how you're going to do it. Like, in a realistic world, Batman wouldn't stand a chance. There would be no reason for him to be on the Justice League. It's like, why are you here? You know what I'm saying? You're literally a guy in a bat suit. But the reason why he's so awesome is because he is fantastical, you know? So if there's going to be I think that the heroes should be made the way that the environment demands for it. If Batman and Superman are going to be on the same team, having regular old Batman, human being Batman on there, just doesn't work, you know? Like, he made kryptonite. That's fantastical. That's important. He got punched by Superman and didn't explode into smithereens. That's fantastical. That was important. Him pulling out guns. What was the point? You know, so just it's a weird kind of diaspora, but you have to balance it. $750 billion worth of collateral damage due to Clark's fight with Zod. Yeah, Yeto, man, that's ridiculous. Crap. Let's just jump. Jeffrey Lane, my real-world version of Superman is one that stopped the planes on 9/11, and one that stops a black man from getting shot by the police, or an early Clark Kent that travels the world helping people. I don't know about the 9/11 thing because I don't want him traveling back in time, but stopping a black man from getting shot by the police is, yes, see, and that's something that Superman can do, but you know what, even more than just that, like, yes, I would love to see that because who else, like, I don't know who else would be better, but I would like to see, like, a Green Lantern and Green Arrow team up where that's what they do. You know, just like they did back in the old Neil Adams comic books back in the day. Why can't they do that? Hey, has anybody seen Paula in a while? I'm sorry. I haven't seen Paula in a little while. Paul, if you're watching this afterwards, get better if you're sick. We miss you. Also, Dick Fillmore's not here today, and I haven't seen a lot. I saw him on YouTube, on Facebook today, though, so I know he's okay. Anyway, sorry. See, that's my mind. I'm just all over the place right now. But yes, Superman should help. Superman should absolutely stop police from shooting black people. Yes, that's a no-brainer. You know, because he's Superman. Step in front of the bullet. Grab the gun. Break the gun. Have him saying, "How dare you?" Have Superman say back, "How dare you?" You know? Why are you so afraid? You know, and just things like that. I would love to see something like that. Suwan, thank you. Yes, I will. Super Gamer, hello. How are you? Too many X-Men characters, man. Yeah. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Too much food in the kitchen. I truly believe if Superman appeared tomorrow, he would be hated just like if Jesus were to be arrived. It would be split around the world. You know, that's the funniest thing in the world right there. Like, I hate to say this because I hate to disparage one group as opposed to the other because I don't like the Democratic Party any more than I like or dislike the Republican Party. But yeah, I think that both parties would hate if biblical Jesus Christ came back to this day. Because both of them, like the Democrats and the Republicans, both bow down to corporate interests. The only time they even talk to voters is when it's voting season. After it's voting season, it's like, okay, thank you for voting me in, and now goodbye. They don't even take that opportunity. They go right to their donors. Hey, man, what's going on? So, what did you want now? You gave me a whole bunch of money, and I want you to keep giving me money. So, what did you want now? You want me to screw over all these people who voted for me? No problem, man. Yeah, absolutely. Like, Jesus would be hated unanimously by everyone. He would be a socialist. Let's see Fox News talk about socialism then. You know what? They would. And when Jesus talks about, you know, the people will deny me, Fox News would be the first people to deny Jesus is Jesus. I'm just putting that out there. At me. All right? Yeto was saying something and it just jumped. Okay, there we go. Scratch that. The iconographic was 1 billion trillion. Crap, what's after trillion? What the heck is after trillion? That's a lot of damage. Batman was a joke in Justice League. He will have to get dark and grimy in the Batman, right? He's the one who should be dark, not Superman, not Wonder Woman. Subham, hey, what's going on, Subham? Haven't seen the whole podcast. Professor Cyclops is coming back in 3 weeks. I just hope they do a good job. See, I'm less excited about him coming back. I'm more excited the idea that he might come back and it'll be a really good representation of him. I'd hate for them to ruin him having been gone for so long. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be something really good. Yes, Cyclops is so tired of Kitty Pryde, horrible leader. See, that's the thing, though. I think that they're purposely making her as a horrible leader because I'm thinking that Cyclops will come back and say, listen, you did a good job. You tried. You know what I'm saying? And she'll gladly turn over the reins of the leadership to him because, you know what I'm saying, like he's just so much better at least as a team leader. At least even if she keeps the reins as the main leader, that he'll be the team leader of Uncanny now. And what do you call it? They could do things like, you know, he could say, listen, you stay up in the top and you delegate. Let me take the reins. And maybe she'll take, because like she takes Storm's advice. I'm positive she would take Cyclops' advice also. And then we slowly see her becoming a better leader. See, that's the kind of stuff that I would love to see. Kitty Pryde is young, and she was put in a very unenviable position, and she didn't want to be in that position in the first place. She was kind of forced in that position, you know? And who else is really going to take over? Storm said straight up, no, no thank you. But now with Cyclops back, maybe he'll say, I don't think that people will trust me yet. Give me some time, and let me just be like maybe I'll be a team leader for a little while, all right? Maybe he'll just say, no, I don't want it, and he'll be like a Tannis half-elven, if you've ever read the Dragonlance comic books, the reluctant leader. You know, no, I'm not a leader, and then people start following him anyways. And he's okay, bang, 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 and afterwards, you know I'm not your leader, right? And then slowly work his way back into it. I think that that would be actually really good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, take it easy, Battle Rapper D. I think that would be a good way to do it. And then he's slowly teaching Kitty Pryde, and then she becomes a good leader. That's something I would love to see. I would love to see that coddling, you know, the coddling. I would love to see that. By the way, is your sickness cured? No, and I'm starting to think it's not curable. Mark Guerrero, Superman should just stop cops from shooting people. It's not just black people, but he can't be everywhere. Oh, make no mistake, if we're looking at it proportionally, like the way that we look at, you know, black people being shot, Native Americans are killed by police and by people in general more than any other ethnicity out there. It's just there are a lot of people in the country who don't think that Native Americans are even real today. They think like, you know, oh, that was back in the day. Indians aren't, you know, are there still Indians around? Nah. Or if they do, like, oh, they all have casinos. They're all rich, right? Sorry, bud. Not even close. Yeah, Jesus is a knock on wood. See, knock on wood is a Christian thing. Knocking on the wooden cross. You know, almost in sync. Batman has serious man crush on Clark in Justice League. Yeah, he really did. But it wouldn't have been a bad thing, but it was just very sudden, you know? Bitter taste to Mark Guerrero. Yes, but like I said about Native Americans also, we have to look at the whole thing, you know? You know, that's the thing. Like, it's an important subject. It really is. It's important, and it is important to me. This is not just, you know, like there's going to be people like, oh, you're just SJWing, as though you could turn that into a freaking verb. I guess technically you could, but no. Like, my wife is black. My wife very specifically is not African American or African Canadian. She's African. You know what I'm saying? My wife is African. Therefore, our kids are mixed. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to grow up a little bit of both worlds. And yes, I do have the very real, genuine belief that a cop could do something stupid. And I'm going to tell you something right now. If a cop goes and hurts one of my kids, I'm going to rip a cop in half. Dude, you have no idea. You know what I'm saying? Piss off a former soldier. Hurt a former soldier's family. You don't want to watch what happens. I will hurt. And somebody, oh, you're going to talk bad about hurting cops? Yes, 100%. A corrupt cop? I will hurt anybody who hurts my family. Anybody. And I will be relentless, merciless. I'm the happiest person in the world on the internet, right? Hurt my family, you watch what happens. It will be one of those things like, you know what? We don't need to be recording this because this is graphic. Dude, no way. I will eviscerate someone. It'll look like a freaking horror movie, the things that I do. Don't try and arrest me. Watch it. But dude, like, I genuinely have that really true, honest, in my heart belief that something bad could potentially happen to my kids. I have to make sure that my kids understand. Respect police, because understand that if they pull the trigger on you, police on average, on great average, do not get in trouble for what they do, which gives them motivation to not change, you know? I mean, Jesus Christ, let's just be honest for half a second. Black people can't do anything right in this world, can they? Because if you shut up and dribble, that freaking what's that dumb broad's name on Fox News Ingalls, somebody should throw her straight off of a bridge. That hateful, racist pig. She's a pig. Shut up and drivel. Shut up and dribble. We need celebrities to shut up. The goddamn President of the United States is a freaking celebrity. Shut up. And he doesn't make as much as LeBron. So there's that. Jesus Christ, man. And LeBron didn't go bankrupt 6 times. This doesn't have to be a, crapping on Trump situation. But when the president is a celebrity and you wax all over the president's knob and then tell a black guy to shut up because he's a celebrity, no. You shut up, you pig. But at the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter if even if a black guy shuts his mouth and simply takes a knee. Dude, growing up Christian, I was told the most powerful, most dominant position you could ever take up is being on your knees. And here's a black man who gets on his knee and right away fire that what did Donald Trump call him, a bastard or something like that? Called him a son of a bitch or something like that. Like, you can't do any right. And that's the thing. I have kids who now I've suddenly got to grow up and wake up and realize, get woke, get woke. No, I've got to wake up and realize, yeah, this stuff could really happen. So it's not SJW on my part. It's being in the real freaking world and having actual consequences in front of me. So that's kind of a big deal. Well, I'm awake now. I feel like I just burnt out my sickness. Adrenaline, man. It's the way of the dark side, baby. So, here, let's get back into some actual comic books. I don't want to talk about that stuff anymore right now, okay? I don't want to get hot. Suan, I'll see you later. Got to go to sleep. Talk to you later. Big Shaq, that's cool. I didn't know your family is multiracial. If Simone messes with my son, if someone messes with my son, it's over. I feel you. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like, dude, you can only shoot me once. Well, you can shoot me multiple times. You can only kill me once, and you will have to. You will 100% have to. And dude, police, they talk a big game. They act like they're so tough. Nobody's afraid of any. The only thing people are afraid of with cops are their badges. You know what I'm saying? Soldiers are a million times better trained. And if you don't believe me, military never calls up cops and say, could you come over and help train us with stuff? But the cops are constantly asking former vets, could you come over and show us how to do such and such and train us? So we could just look at it that way. That cocky smirk that a cop gets when you say, yeah, I'm former military, I know how to handle myself, and you're not even threatening anybody, you know, saying that cocky smirk they get cocky if you want, bud, but I'm going to tell you straight out, man. I'm going to tell you straight out. Big facts. This is amazing. I get emotional, dude. I get emotional. About everything, dude. Emotions are important in the world. Finally caught you live, Professor, King of all blurs. What's going on, man? You've been reading a lot from the DCU app. No, I have. I'm just getting my regular new comic books. But yes, I actually do want to go back. I've been planning on going back and taking my time and actually looking at some of those old books that I don't have, like the Crises books. I really want to go back and look at those, and obviously all the books that lead up to them, you know, and the fallout from them. So yeah, crucially important. Catching up on a ton of 90s Aquaman, Batgirl, and other comics. Dude, the 90s Aquaman stuff, yeah, is great. The Sword of Atlantis stuff, if you're already there, awesome. If you're not there yet, just saying, Tiamat! Okay, let's move on. Today in the news, a black man was accused of not living in his own apartment when he had a key. Dude, black people can't even go to whatever, man. A black guy was just in the lobby of a hotel that he was staying at, that he's a resident at, whatever, and they called 911. Not even just called the police, they called 911. Like, it was an emergency. There's a black guy sitting and talking on the phone in the lobby of a hotel where he showed he's got a key, an up-to-date key for. Just saying. Vinny, yes, I'm still here. I'm still alive, just talking. I might lose, but I'm taking a piece of you with me. Is the high incidence of cops accidentally shooting people's pets? Sometimes I don't even think they're accidents, man. Like, people go after freaking Rottweilers and what do you call pit bulls? Dude, pit bulls are some of the most lovable, affectionate animals that there are. Like, there are dogs that have, or there are pit bulls that have more personality than a horse. You know what I'm saying? And horses are awesome. Like, if anybody here ever grew up next to horses or got the chance to hang out with horses, horses are like therapeutic. They're so awesome. You know what I'm saying? They got so much personality. They laugh. Horses laugh, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Horses are like the ultimate therapy. And yet, pit bulls can be more personable than a horse. You know what I'm saying? Just hanging out with you and stuff. I don't sound sick, Professor. No, I'm sick. I'm sick. What we got here? The little headlines of cops emptying whole clips into people. Yeah. Yep. That's fear. That's what it is. It's fear. You know, it's more dangerous in America to be a pizza delivery driver than it is to be a cop. I'm just pointing that out there. You know what the most dangerous job in America is? It's not even firefighter, believe it or not, even though that's more dangerous than being a cop. No, it's a taxi driver. Taxi drivers have more dangerous jobs than cops. I'm just saying. Cops act like they build up this big fear. You know what I'm saying? But you're afraid of your own shadow, man. And thank God firefighters and soldiers don't have the same mantra that cops have. Hey, man, my job is to go home at the end of the day. Well, thank God the firefighter who put out the fire in my house, you know what I'm saying? Thank God they don't have the same mentality. And thank God soldiers don't have that same mentality too. You know what I'm saying? We got to win this war. Or there's a war going on. We've got to, fix things. And all of a sudden, nah, man, my job is to go home to my family. Thank God we don't have that same cowardly attitude that cops seem to have today. Whoa, Vinny, pit bulls and horses scare the crap out of you. Bro, we got to hang. I will show you some of the greatest creatures in the world. Do you think Henry Cavill has what it takes to be Superman? Yes, I think he's an amazing Superman. And when they do reboot the DC universe and get rid of Zack, whatever the heck his name is, yes, I believe that Henry Cavill should stay Superman because the guy is just really good. Big Shaq, I was reading Amazing Spider-Man and seen some Cosmic Spider-Man, where is that stuff in his Sentinel issue. Yes, Cosmic Spider-Man back then was great. With Trapster, that's when it actually first came out. The old Paste Pot Pete. YouTube subscription account. Empathy is crucial. Yes, it is. After my dog died a couple years ago, I learned about empathy in the deepest way. Right? Right? Yeah, losing a dog is like losing a loved one, man. I mean, it is losing a loved one. Damien Dower, do you think that Justice League drowned Earth? Think Aquaman is cooler? Can he talk to fish more than... Can he talk to more than fish after that? Oh, he could always talk to more than fish. And as for my opinions, I did reviews on all of those books. You can check all of them out. But yes, he could always talk to more than fish. Back in the 90s, Aquaman had full-blown telepathy. Go and check out my... I have 10 things about Aquaman, explained in a minute. Go look that up on Comic Book University. And yes, 100%. Aquaman has full-blown telepathy. I'm going to say, people are going to get upset when I say this, but it's true, equal to Martian Manhunter. He does. Drowned Earth was Z's. Man, goats are awesome. I would like to have a goat. I would like to have a goat. Don't let them chew through your hair, though. That's what I'm afraid of, that I'd fall asleep and I would wake up and I have no beard, no hair anymore. Because goats would just be like, num, num, num. Because, I'm Italian, so it would probably... I don't know for a fact, but... Well, it doesn't smell like it. But I imagine that maybe if somebody ate my hair and my beard, it might taste like pasta. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm allowed to say that. I'm Italian. Most dangerous life is being black man or woman. I don't want to take anything away from you, brother. But real talk, it's actually more dangerous being a Native American, though. Because when you're people who are considered to not even exist, seriously, you look at the statistics, the only more endangered people in the country, in the world potentially, are Native Americans. So I don't want to take anything away from you, but I can't take anything away from natives either. Native Americans are like the most, because you at least it sometimes makes the news when black people die, unfortunately. So there can be that awareness. You do not get that with natives. You simply don't get that. And that's true in Canada too. It's true. First Nations. There's like women go missing. What was there? There was like 30 Native women who went missing. No bodies, nothing, just straight missing, like they were abducted by aliens. And in the same area, a white woman went missing, and all of a sudden the world found out about that. And then they found out that there were also 30 natives missing also. It's like, oh, where was I during the story? Yeah, good question. Where were you during the story? Where were the news reporters during the story? Dude, it's absurd. It's absurd. But I love caption monkeys. Okay, now I don't know where we're going here. Capuchin monkeys. Funny, but goats eat everything. Yeah, like pigs. Pigs eat everything. Pigs will eat you while you're still alive. Pigs are scary. Pigs are scary. I spent time in the Middle East where a dude like, freaking Siri, shut up Siri. I spent 5 years in the Middle East where that, like in Saudi Arabia specifically, but also in like Egypt and things like that. But nowhere more in Saudi Arabia have I been, Kuwait, bunch of places like that. But in Saudi Arabia, they don't even want you to read Charlotte's Web to their kids. That's real talk. It's like, it's a story where a pig is a hero. Yeah, and? You can't eat them. Does that mean you can't be friends with them too? Come on, man. But like, you know, piglets are cool. Full-grown pigs, nah, I ain't trying to get at it with a pig. Pigs are straight up evil. Pigs are evil. My dog was 7 and ran over in front of me by a truck. It stopped on top of him. We got off his collar, and when a neighbor's dog was bothering him during a walk, it was very horrible. Damn. Yeah, that's messed up, man. That is hard. How do you reboot Superman but keep Henry Cavill's? Right there, you just answered it. Flashpoint. That's the way you do it. That's been my answer for the past 2 years. That was my answer. Flashpoint fixes everything. YouTube subscriptions account. I screamed to the truck to back up when I picked my dog up, and his lower half was flattened, and he was in shock. Shit, he was still alive. I walked him home, and we had to get him put to sleep. I have his ashes. Yeah, that's messed up, man. Yeah, legit. That's a part of your family, man. That's a legit part of your family. Like it's like a brother or a son growing up, or a sister or a daughter. That's real talk, man. Same with my cat. Like, I've had my cat for 8 years. My kids are my youngest kids are 3 and 5. You know what I'm saying? My cat was around before my kids. When my cat dies, when that eventually happens, yeah, I can't imagine the kind of heartbreak they're going to have to feel. But it is an important part of life. I have to try to remember to get a new cat before my cat dies, just so that it doesn't seem like we're replacing her. You know what I'm saying? Because I would hate for that. I would genuinely hate for that. My kids and my wife love Aang. What is that? Avatar: The Last Airbender. I think it's cool, and I just don't have time to watch that stuff, you know? But my wife and kids sit and watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, and they want a lizard. They want a lizard they want to name Momo in the worst way, which I think is just freaking hysterical, you know? So, yeah, like, we're all about getting animals. And my wife wants to get a dog. I'm down for getting like a lab or something like that. Something that's not going to bark all the time. Tired of that. I don't care if it's a big dog or a small dog. I don't need a dog to protect me. I just don't want a dog to freaking blow my eardrums out with constantly barking. Chill out, man. But that being said, yeah, she does want a dog. I think we're gonna need a bigger place for that, though. I just don't think that we're gonna need an apartment for that. You know, if we get property, if we do find up buying property, then boom, we'll just do that instead. Dog needs a place to run, and not just driving to a place where there's a leashless park. You know what I'm saying? Dog needs to run. Ooh, a bug. Ha, I killed it. Go figure. I got a plant that's actually dying. So it's like this little fruit fly-like bug. I just killed it. Well, I got a plant that's actually dying out there next to my tomato plant. And yeah, I keep them alive during the winter time. It's not easy, but it works. Anyway, so I get a couple bugs that grow on that thing once in a while. All right, so surprising amount of people have very little value for dogs in general. Yeah, that's That's weird. It's life, man. It's life. These are like people. Oh, shoot. Damien Dyer, $2 Canadian. Thanks, man. Nice dude, nice beard. Thank you. Yes, I genuinely... Yes, that's a R.I.P. fruit fly. Yes, fruit flies have no personality, so screw that little thing. But thank you. I love my beard. I am planning on cutting it down a little bit, but for now, yeah. Okay. I'm glad you're home safe, Comic Book University. Oh, where was I? Was I someplace? Oh, came home. Oh, from the military? Oh, thanks, man. No worries. I want to say that I appreciate the hell out of you doing this very long live stream. No worries. I used to do them pretty long all the time, but they I just started getting really tired for a while. But yeah, the wife was actually on vacation for 3 weeks. The first week because she was sick, so that was an unplanned vacation. And then I wound up getting the sickness. Like, the kids wound up getting, it's like, oh, I'm doomed. I'm freaking doomed. You know, I held out for so long, and all of a sudden... So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, 3 weeks of her being home. So it's like, yay, I've got time. And next week it's going to go back to the original schedule, which is just going to be me being tired all the time, but is what it is. Anyhow... yes. Yeah, I got time to do a long today, and I like being able to spend some time with you guys, actually talking and just seeing what's up in the world of comics, outside of the world of comics, just, you know, chilling. Like, I'm a real person, and I don't want to just be this guy on YouTube who comes on and talks at you guys and then, you know, disappears. I like actually being able to talk with you guys. Seriously, it's as much for me as it is for you guys. It wasn't on purpose, it was on accident. Had a harness for him. How do you think Doomsday Clock will... I just got to move on, dude. Damien Dyer, how do you think Doomsday Clock will end? Also, can't wait for Free Comic Books Day. You have the material announcing. Top secret gold title. Okay. How do I think Doomsday Clock will end? I don't know. I only just started to like it 3 issues ago. 2 issues ago, really, to be fair. But stretching it 3 issues ago. I only just started to like it, even though I've been reading it. I need to read the new Conan. Yes, you do. The movie sucked. The movie did suck. That was actually my first experience with Avatar: The Last Airbender, was the movie. M. Night Shyamalan, man. That dude just... You screwed it up, man. Replacing pets isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, you really just continue your commitment to having a pet in the family despite the obvious hardship and costs, because pets are worth it. They are. They really do add to families, you know, in a major way. Everybody's RIPing the fruit fly. Come on, man. Where do we meet Flashpoint Superman? You know what? Like, we've already had Flashpoint Superman and Rebirth. Excuse me, whatever. We need to have Flashpoint so that after the Flashpoint episode is, you know, like, just seriously, just have Justice League Flashpoint. Let that be the next superhero Justice League movie. You know what I'm saying? Justice League Flashpoint, where all of a sudden Darkseid invades and it's really bad. Make it a 2-parter if you need to, but call the second part Flashpoint. And all the crap happens, and then at the end of it, Rebirth. Because everybody likes Rebirth. You know what I'm saying? New 52 is divisive. I don't know why the movieverse is so insistent on freaking N52, man. But everybody likes Rebirth. So let's just, you know? Troublemaker Comics, what's up, dude? Let's see. Man of Steel should have had Brainiac end credits scene. Yeah, that would work. And Kerosene. You know... Zack Snyder, it's Zack Snyder, right? Zack Snyder said that scene in there, the empty pod from Krypton, wasn't Supergirl. Well, that's stupid because, dude, I lost it, but I got a comic book when Man of Steel first came to the movie theaters. When I went to see it in the theaters, I got a free comic book from the movie theater that had a prequel to the Man of Steel story. And I read it in the movie theater. You know what I'm saying? Before the actual movie started. And the pod was Supergirl. That ship was Supergirl crash landing. You know what I'm saying? So why all of a sudden he's got to turn around and talk about, oh, that wasn't actually Supergirl. Zach, it's time for you to shut up. You're an amazing film director or whatever, but you need to stop writing and producing the films because you suck. And I mean that with as much love as I can muster for an absolute narcissist. All right? You are horrible. And the fact that all these years later, you're still explaining Man of Steel and your Batman vs. Superman and all of your movies, the fact that you're still trying to explain these to people means that we didn't get whatever the hell it is that you were trying to sell us. Just saying. Maybe we're all stupid and you're brilliant, but come on, man. At some point, recognize you did not make good movies. Cinematically, they were beautiful, but the content sucked. There's that. Okay, so let's move on. The fruit fly may have had a family waiting for. I don't think you understand how fruit flies actually work yet. Oh, they only live for about 2 weeks, and no, they do not have families waiting for them. It's literally like, I'm born, I'm gone. So no, nobody was waiting for him. Nobody's gonna miss him. Dora, Professor, this is the longest since I've been listening to you that you've been online this long. Yeah, I'm feeling it, and I'm hungry. I am about to go and eat pretty soon, but Fruit Fly's face they're reading the new Uncanny relaunch. It was waiting for number 10. Yeah, it probably would have made it to issue 10, but it might have died while it was reading it, so sorry, it ain't making it. Do you think that the CW Crisis should have been a whole... I didn't watch that. I don't want to comment on something that I didn't watch or read. I'm sorry. Bill may have provided a mercy to that fruit fly then. Yes, that's the way you have to look at it, as a mercy killing. Ugh, I don't like the idea of mercy killings, but anyway. Sometime this year, me and my brother are doing a YouTube channel. Cool, do it. And if you ask me for advice, I'll tell you as simple as this. Don't give up. That's it. Don't give up. There is nothing else to do. Whoa! New 52 is greater than Rebirth. Oh, JD, man. You and me needs to talk, bruh. Okay, this jumped, and I'm just going to go with the jump. I'm sorry. Oh, the Gunslinger's here. Hey, what's up, man? What are your thoughts on the short in-between runs of Daredevil? This short in-between run. Well, the first issue... you know what? There's no need. I did a review of it. Go check it out. Man Without Fear issue number 1. Just came out. I'd like to see a Parasite pop-up in the movie. Ooh, Parasite in the movie would be pretty fun. Biggie Shack. Yeto, I want to see Red Death back. Best of the Dark Knights, in my opinion. Also easily the most powerful. Red Death. Which one was Red Death? He was the one who died, right? He was the Flash Batman. He's the one who died, right? Still, he could come back, but yeah. Hey, Comic Boom, what's up, dude? I think the MCU is going to change the whole universe with different timelines, like Ronan will be different version of Hawkeye than we know. Release the Snyder Cut. Oh no, JD, you're one of them. I still love you, man. Fruit Fly was probably a day away from retirement. You guys are just wrong, man. Stop it! Moment of silence. I don't like you anymore. Do you think Marvel should use Blue Marvel more? Yes. Toshiro Maru Yuki, what's going on, man? Yes, I do believe that they should, and I am looking forward to him being introduced in the MCU. And he's such an easy character because you don't even have to have him fighting anybody. He's also one of the smartest guys in the Marvel Universe. So he could just be like that guy who just sits back and it's like, well, I can help you with such and such and such and this, and oh, and hey, blah, 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 and oh, you need to look, bzz, yeah, I fixed that for you, hey, blah, blah, oh, let me rearrange this molecularly for you, and blah, 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 blah. You know, all that stuff. He could just be that simple. And just once, you just have to make it once, that somebody steps up to him and be like, hey, man, I'm going to knock you out, I'm going to do something to you, and he just turns around and it's like, you want to say what, man? That's all it takes. That's all it takes, and all of a sudden you realize, like, his eyes just... And you realize, like, he's got suns inside of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it takes. That's all it takes. So you could have him in the movie like that. King of All Blurs, I probably missed it. What was your favorite comic of 2018? Oh, I don't do stuff like that. I don't do stuff like that because it like, depends. It depends. I like different comics for different reasons. So, yeah, I'm not very good at those top 10 lists. I'm sorry. I know people like them, but I'm sorry. The pod did have Supergirl in it from the comic book, like you said. He makes great action scenes, but he can't write a story for crap. Love BVS. Laugh out loud. BVS was some BS. Exactly. Take the V out. That's what the movie was. Exactly. Bitter Taste, what do you recommend I start with if I want to get into Daredevil? You could start with, you know what? You could jump on right now with the issue that just came out this week, Man Without Fear, or go out and get like Daredevil Yellow. That's a really easy one. Or just go to your local comic book store and grab, what do you call it? A trade paperback or two, and you'll be fine. Just but talk to people. Talk to the people in there. It's like, hey, could somebody help me out with Daredevil? I want to get into Daredevil. What's up with that? And they can actually take you and show you, like, okay, well, we've got this. You know what? This one would be pretty good. I think they're probably going to show you Daredevil Yellow, though, just because it's so easy. And it's an altered backstory, specifically with his dad. His dad is abusive as opposed to loving. Aside from that, though, yeah, just, whatever. You know what? A good thing also, if you want, wait for a Daredevil sale on Comixology. They spring up all the time. You know what I'm saying? And then, boom, just grab something cheap there. Or the Marvel Unlimited app where you get all of this stuff. There are lots of different routes to go. Or you can wait until Chip Zdarsky's run starts in a couple of weeks. That could work also, Flash Batman Hybrid. Yeah, he was the Flash Batman Hybrid. That's what I thought. I'm going to read What If Silver Surfer Possessed the Infinity Gauntlet tonight. That's a good one. That just came out on the True Believers, so it's only $1. Did you review this week's The Dark Whisper yet? No, I did not, The Gunslinger. That will come out on Monday. Excuse me, I usually put out my indie comics reviews on Mondays. New 52 had Animal Man. Oh, dude, I'm not. I didn't read the I, Vampire, OMAC, or the Frankenstein, but I did read the Batman, which was amazing. I did read I read the first 10 of Animal Man. I don't know if it went past 10. And I heard about the Swamp Thing. Also, Hellblazer was really good. This one they had John Constantine joining the regular. Dude, Aquaman was good. Cyborg was the best I've ever read him before. Nah, dude, they had some good stuff in the New 52. Don't get me wrong. It was just the overall feel of the New 52 and certain things that they did with, like, I didn't like the New 52 Superman at all. Worst version, in my opinion, ever. And unfortunately for me, Superman leads the DC universe. So if Superman isn't good, all of it's not good. Dude, Court of Owls blew me away. You know what I'm saying? For me, it put Scott Snyder, the good Snyder, on the map. For me. But no, just in general, the New 52 just rubbed me the wrong way. Comic Boom, we'll talk to you about Jonah Hex in the New 52, was an amazing version. So, there's a lot of good to be said. Oh, God, it's jumping again. Okay, here we go. Let's see. So Jeffrey Lane, she passed away in front. Whoa. Who passed away in front of you? Now I got to go up. Man of Steel. Jonathan Kent should have died from a heart attack. Like the original version. Yeah, passing. Well, or just keep him like in the comic books and he doesn't die at all. There's that. Like Richard Donner's Superman was great. Kevin Costner as Pa Kent was amazing to me. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Kevin Costner is an amazing actor. And even though he didn't play a very good version of the, yes, this is live, to live in discontent, to live in discontent. Yes, I'm live. Anyway, yeah, I just don't think he played I don't think that the character was very believable, but his acting was great. You know what I'm saying? It made me believe the character, so there's that. But, what do you call it? As far as him dying, yeah, we don't need to see Pa Kent die. Like, Pa Kent doesn't die, man. He doesn't die in the comic books. Let him live. Great Batman movie would be a Court of Owls, Illuminati versus Batman story. Yes. Brian Azzarello's Wonder Woman was great. Cool. I just read 1 to 4 of Covers by Bendis, and it's very good so far. That and Murder Inc. are the 2 Jinx World comics that I'm not reading right now, and yeah, go figure. That's the one that everybody's saying I would have loved. So Maybe I'll get around to it. I think it's only going to 5 issues, right? So we'll see what's up. Who are your favorite modern villains from Marvel and DC? Favorite modern villains? I don't know. I need an example of modern villain. Like, what do you count as modern? I like a lot of them. I like a whole lot of them. Okay, so... Cover, I mean, yep. Bitter Taste. Post-Secret Wars. All new, all different. Marvel is kind of similar to New 52. Yeah, okay, I can agree with you on that. I can agree with you. It wasn't as dark, but there were a lot of great creative team stories. No, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm disparaging the New 52, not everything that came with the New 52. The New 52 concept. It was rushed. Like, everybody who was involved, including Flashpoint writer, the Flash's Flashpoint writer, Jeff Johns. He said it was rushed. I did a comic book, and they said, hey, could you change a couple things? Because we're going to make a whole new crisis based off of this. Because we said there's going to be no new crises. But they decided they want to do another crisis. They just didn't want to call it a crisis. So they're going to call it Flashpoint instead. Fine, it's the crisis Flashpoint. But it's still a freaking crisis because that's how you do things. Duh. And it was rushed. And it wasn't done right. And we already had great storylines happening in the pre-crisis books, the post-crisis books. We were finally going to see, hopefully, a Batman and Wonder Woman romance, which I have been hankering for forever. I've been reading the comic books, and I've seen those two talking forever. And, like, we were finally going to get that. And all of a sudden, they're just like, yeah, no. Now all of a sudden, we're going to have Superman cheating on Lois with Wonder Woman. Like, what the frick are you doing? So, yeah, I was hating on it, man. I was hating on it. Okay. Bow. What is this? Like Jonathan Kent version. Red Hood, Comoso mask blanket to wear. Monk basket to wear. I don't know what that is. Red Hood. Hey, here's... Oh, you're talking about the current thing? I like it. Hey, here's something. You know how they keep on doing, like I got the Court of Owls mask over here? Y'all can see that right underneath Optimus Prime's head. Court of Owls mask over there. And they did the Harley Quinn mask. They got the Joker's daughter... The Joker's, cut off face from the Joker's daughter mask stuff there. They got the Deathstroke mask. I'm not even interested in any of those. You know what I'm saying? I got the Court of Owls one. That's cool. How come they haven't done Under the Red Hood as a big trade and throw in the Red Hood mask? Right? How come they haven't done the Red Hood mask? Because, come on, man. Superman wasn't cheating. I'm triggered. Okay. He wasn't cheating because he technically got permission. He wasn't going behind her back. But come on, man. Come on, man. Anyway, I'm sorry, JD. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the way that this rushed arc of New 52 was done. I'm sorry. We're just going to have to agree to disagree on that, brother. I just started to read... I just sat and read Doomsday Clock 1 through 8. Does the story take place? No. This is... Right now, we do not know if it's in continuity or not. It seems like it is absolutely not. And yes, probably a future Black Label thing. 100%. If you like... Okay, you guys talking to each other. Let's go over here. Ultimates, Moon Knight. What the frick? Okay, I'm lost in this conversation. That's what happens when I don't just let it go and it jumps on me. Morrison to Snyder to King. Batman has been top tier forever. Yeah. I like. I know there's a lot of people who don't like current Batman right now. I didn't like the so-called wedding issue that didn't have a wedding in it. But yeah, everything else, I love what Tom King is doing. I'm letting it drop, JD. I love you, man. To Shiromaru, I think the DC should have done Green Lantern and Hawkgirl romance from the cartoon. Nope, sorry, you and me going to be fighting on that one. Hawkgirl, well, actually, Hawkgirl would be fine. Kendra Saunders, Hawkgirl could be with whoever she wants to be with, because she is not Hawkwoman. But Hawkwoman, Shiara, no. She is with Carter. That is a love that was meant from the beginning to the end. And that's if there even is an end. Nope, sorry, bruh. Nope, she ain't with no Jon Stewart. I hated that. That was the only thing I hated from the Justice League cartoon. because I'm a huge Hawkman mark. Hawk family mark, I should say. I enjoyed Jack the Ripper Batman movie more, to be honest, even though that wasn't that good. Oh, I think Jeff Johns has said Doomsday Clock is 1 year in the future of current DC continuity. Oh, well, that would be interesting, because, you know, there's the Elseworlds element in there with the whole, he moved the lantern. You know, the moth moved the lantern. Dr. Manhattan. Okay, I'm actually starting to get phlegmy right now. Sorry. DC. Yes, Yeto. DC could absolutely stand to give other heroes animated movie exposure. 100%. Yes and yes. Still waiting to see Jessica Cruz and Jon Stewart solo their own movie. They could do it. At least in the animated world, man. They could absolutely do it. Gunslinger, what do you think this big Doom thing is? Is he going about in Marvel? I don't know. I have no idea what they're going to do. Which isn't a bad thing. Young Justice Outsiders confirmed Black Lightning as Jon Stewart's brother-in-law? Okay. Bitter Taste, exactly. Hawkgirl, Green Lantern, Hawkwoman, Hawkman. Precisely. Jeffrey Lane, do you think Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D.'s Ghost Rider is coming through a portal on a planet Titan via Doctor Strange being corny or cool? Now, that would have been cool, man, if he would have showed up and just gone all chain. Because, like, he's not as powerful as he could be, but then again, with all that time that he spent in hell with Agent Coulson, that could work. So I'm down with that. Wait, did Savage Hawkman show up recently? Yes, in Justice League. Savage Hawkman just cameo, last page reveal in the most recent Justice League book. Impulse, Superboy, Robin movie. DC, get on it. See, why couldn't they have a just Impulse alone? Why couldn't they have an Impulse DC animated movie? You know what I'm saying? I love Impulse. Like, to me, sorry, he's the best Flash. He's the best Flash. The kid has fun. He loves using his powers. You understand why he doesn't know how to use all of his powers, because, you know, he's a kid. He's going to be brash and impulsive. I know, bad pun. I'm sorry, but like it's crucial, all right? Why couldn't they have an Impulse movie, man? That would be great. Should CW Arrowverse and DCEU mix? I do not see any reason why they shouldn't. I see no reason why they shouldn't. Mark Guerrero, we got Justice League Dark, Teen Titans, Suicide Squad, and Constantine, City of Demons animated movies. Wonder what they will give a chance to next. Good point. Good point. And they only recently started doing like Suicide Squad, Constantine, and stuff like that. We don't have all that stuff out yet. Justice League Dark, yeah, that just came out. You know, the Teen Titans. Did they do a Teen Titans solo? I thought they did. Yeah, they did the Judas Contract. Okay. Burdell, hey man, enjoy your channel. Was wondering if there's a difference between DC, Marvel, and Comixology apps. Is there one you prefer? Okay. If you get the DC streaming service, then you get access to the DC app, which gives you, for the most part, all of their comics, and it's good, especially if you're going to watch their movies anyway. Which, why wouldn't you, right? So yes, awesome, bang, right there. The Marvel Unlimited app, they put their comic books up 6 months or more after the comic book actually releases. So they do have a lot on there, but me personally, I'm not suggesting anything, but I personally do go with Comixology because I do love the idea that Comixology is always throwing up sales, and if you're an unlimited member, boom, you're golden. It's just, you got to remember, a lot of these things are geared towards, all of them are geared towards the American audience. So if you're outside of America, like me, I'm American, but I live in Mississauga. You know what I'm saying? I'm a permanent resident here. I live in Mississauga, which is about an hour and a half away from Niagara Falls. That's not too far in. Yet, I don't have access to these things, to the DC streaming service, unless I use my my VPN. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm able to look at the DC streaming service. Is what it is, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. I gotta act like I'm in America, but whatever, man. I'll cheat to get in there. I'm still paying for it. You know what I'm saying? Impulse would be great as DC's equivalent to Miles Morales. The best equivalent to Miles Morales would actually be Blue Beetle, and I would love to see Blue Beetle in a TV series also, animated of course, because yes, that would be... Honestly, I would rather see Blue Beetle more than anything else. I would rather see a Blue Beetle cartoon, all right, animated. Just make it into a movie if you need to, but make it into a series if you can. DC would do great as an animated, cartoon like that for kids. That would be so perfect. And yes, it has to be the Jamie Reyes version. Has to be. Impulse is probably the top Flash for me. He was my introduction into the Flash continuity. Oh, not for me. It was Barry Allen for me. But Wally West was like a surprise to me. Like, wait a second, this isn't Barry. The Adults of Earth disappeared too. I still have that trade paperback. Jesse Johnson, what's going on, man? I recently watched Mask of the Phantasm on DC app. It was glorious. It really was. But you know what? Honestly, that's good to hear that it still holds up over time. But man, back in the day when that came out, that was like, whoa. DC animated movies, they're not playing around, man. Like, they mean business. And more started coming out. And Marvel was neck and neck, and Marvel just suddenly went and bottomed out, with their animated movies. And DC just owned the comic book universe. I wish they could do that with their movies also. But hey, who am I? Young Justice is the new X-Men Academy X of DC for me. Yeah, I grew up with those kids. That works. Better taste. Matt to Wolverine and Avengers. Honestly, if other X-Men aside, the most popular X-Men showed up, I'd be super hyped. Mark Ruffalo, Young Justice Season 2 was basically a Blue Beetle show. Really? Okay, that gives me more desire to watch it then. Okay, I'm going to have to watch Season 2 then. Best Claremont X-Men issue? Bryce Grove asks. Oh, dude, you're asking that, man. That's like asking who do you like better, mom or dad. I mean, like, how do you ask something like that? Like, how do you do that? That's a hard. There's so many. Like, I can't even pick a best storyline. Jeez. No, I can't. I'm not falling for that bait. That's bait. King of all blurs. Why hasn't Bendis written Blue Beetle yet? Right? I thought that was a no-brainer. You know what? That's actually a really good point. That's a really good point. Mispronouncing his name. It's Jaime Reyes. I guess it's... I think you're probably doing it on your phone. Jamie Reyes? Is it Jamie Reyes? Oh, Ease. Okay. I didn't realize that. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, almost to the end, Bill. I don't know what almost to the end means. Oh, am I almost at the end? Yeah, probably. It's 5 minutes till 11 p.m. here. I'm probably going to jet. I'm having fun, though. You know what I'm saying? So, it's cool. And I'm not tired right now, but I am really hungry. I just saw the part with Storm and Callisto fighting. Yes, that was great. Golef, it's hard access, exciting. Jump. Thanks for the tips. My wife's family lives in Golef. It can be tricky when trying to access stuff outside of Canada whenever we visit. No, agreed. In fact, I don't know what the Canadian Netflix is like nowadays, but back 2 years ago, Canadian Netflix sucked. That was the first time that we decided to get a VPN. And we just said, we got to get the American Netflix because American Netflix is awesome. The Canadian Netflix sucked. Horrible, man. It's like trying to chew marbles. You know what I'm saying? It was horrible. They had nothing on there, nothing good. So I got a VPN, and all of a sudden, boom, we golden now. You know what I'm saying? We could watch whatever we want to watch now. Because we've got the app. Like, I've got the app. I VPN'd it. I went for a visit with my PlayStation, my old PlayStation 3. We've got a PlayStation 4 now, and I had to VPN it. But with a PlayStation 3, we drove into the States, because I'm from Jersey. And we're just there. It's like, let me hook all this stuff up and set up the app in here and buy everything. Okay, boom. And then we went back to Canada, and then, yeah, we're good. We can keep the app and just keep on paying for it. Like, we pay for Netflix. That's the thing. I pay I think it's still $10 a month. My wife, it's on her. She does all the constant, take the money out of the account stuff. What do you call it? My money is the family chill out money, not the Bill's money. But anyway, what do you call it? Yeah, like we pay for the stuff. It's all legal. It's just I don't want to get the Canadian version because it sucked. If it's good now, cool. It's good now. I'm not taking any chances, man. I'm not taking any chances. Favorite Batgirl? Barbara Gordon, all the way. Sorry. Yeah, the Reach were the villains, and Impulse's subplot even revolved around Blue Beetle. Really? And they had the Reach in it too. Okay, well, you'd figure they'd have to, right? But because it is Blue Beetle. But okay, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, that gives me a lot of motivation. I think that it's on Netflix, in which case I'll watch it. Or if it's on Amazon Prime, I'll watch it there. If it's on Hulu, I'm screwed because I don't have Hulu. I'm not planning on getting Hulu again. Looking to get an issue signed by Claremont. Just curious. Oh, I hear you. Yeah. I don't know. Good question, Bryce. Like, what's your maybe a first appearance of somebody? Maybe like the first appearance of Jubilee. People like Jubilee, and that's a fairly easy one to get. But yeah, it's up to you, and it depends if you're going to buy it just to have it sold, or if you're going to buy it to keep it. If you're going to buy it to keep it, make sure he personalizes it. Have it, named out to you. Like when I get my comic books, I actually have, people say, like, could you personalize it to Professor Bill? Yeah, like all the time. You know what I'm saying? I have them do that because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not selling my comic books. I'm keeping all my stuff. So, let's see. What are the chances that the MCU does a Spider-Man type version of multiverse with Endgame? Okay, I'm gonna have to jump again. Storm has no chill. I don't know where that just came from. Hearts out. Wow, what the heck is going on with Marrow? Anyway, I think that was from the cartoon. No one has written Storm like that since Claremont stopped writing her. Coates is getting close, but still. Yeto loves Jubilee. Does Marvel still use Monica Rambeau? Yes, once in a while she'll show up. She was a member of... She's called Spectrum now. She was a member of the Ultimates 2, which was in the Earth 616, I know, which is weird. She was a member of the Ultimates 2, though. She had a funny scene where she asked Carol Danvers, can I have the Captain Marvel name back? She's like, yeah, no. I thought that was great. That was a funny moment. Probably already answered this, but have you watched Young Justice? I watched season 1. I didn't watch season 2 yet, Jesse Johnson. Does a mall baby like French fries? I don't know what... Mall baby? I figure there are a lot of mall... I think you're talking about regular malls, and there are a lot of malls in Jersey, but I don't know what that is. Gambit in 266. To keep, never sell. Bang, I think you got your answer, bud. Jeffrey, do you think Superman Far From Home is a different... Spider-Man Far From Home is a different timeline? Because we Nick Fury instead. I don't know. I don't know enough to even comment on it. She's going to be in the No Surrender sequel. I think. Marvel Run. Hazmat is going to appear. Yeah, Hazmat actually I think did just reappear. In the Avengers? I think in the Avengers. I can't remember. Is there a No Surrender sequel? Yes, the No Surrender sequel is going to be what comes up next with these guys. Are you American or Canadian? I am American. I'm from Jersey. I served in the American military, but I live in Canada now. I've lived all over the world. I've lived in Saudi Arabia. I've lived in Egypt. I never lived in Kuwait, but I spent enough time in there. I might as well have. Same with UAE and for crying out loud, it's right next to freaking Saudi Arabia. Okay, now I know I'm tired again. Wow. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, yeah, I've lived all over, but right now I live in Canada. Might stay here. Think about moving to one of the Nordic countries, just because. Anyway, King of all blurs. I've dropped the Fantastic Four a while back. I was wondering if it's gotten better. And should I pick up back issues? I can't say for sure yet. I don't know. Like, there are people saying good things about Fantastic Four. I'm reading them, and I'm not seeing the same things that they're reading. So, it's up to you. Honestly, it's up to you. The best bet, go and hang out with somebody who is still collecting Fantastic Four and read over their shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Oh, excuse me. Not feeling so good. Burndell, has anyone seen I haven't seen the PBS documentary Superheroes. JD, this man talks up things I directly relates to. Comic books, hating anti-fact millennials, the important cross-section of politics and popular media. Thank you. Yeah, anti-fact millennials is such a strange thing to me because they were born with the internet. Like, for crying out loud, man. I worked on a project that actually brought wireless internet into existence. You know, I was, like, make no mistake, the company that I was working for, it wasn't the only one doing it. The military actually put out the contracts for for these things to happen. And our company was actually picked up for the military contract. Legally, I can't get into which company that was, but the company still exists, but under a different name, and it's not particularly big now. It's funny, the military contracts are not the ones that give you a lot of money, go figure. But they do give you access to a level of tech that you otherwise would never have had access to, and you do get funded at least. So they're really good for smaller companies. But anyway, the other companies that didn't get the military contracts are the ones that actually brought wireless internet to the world. But I was on one of the original projects to create wireless internet. So there's that. So like for me, the internet is so crucial, you know, especially since it's such a great source of information. You can find information immediately. You can like, instead of watching the news, waiting for the news to show up at 10 or 11 o'clock at night on network television, you can subscribe right to the reporters you love and get the news immediately. You know what I'm saying? And links to their stuff immediately. I mean, the internet is amazing. It's amazing. So to find millennials who don't believe in facts is just amazing to me. It's absurd. Anyway, I'm excited for Mr. and Mrs. X. I love how it keeps, like, anytime it starts to get a little bit redundant, all of a sudden, bang, amazing. Like, Kelly Thompson is an amazing writer. I'm so glad that I discovered her. And the way that I said that sounds like I founded her. You know, it's like all of a sudden, guys, I'm going to introduce you to this. No, I'm glad that I found Kelly Thompson because, yeah, she is freaking amazing, man. Let's see, they said Spider-Man Far From Home is right after Endgames. Maybe his origin is different. I'd love to see a new series focused on just her. Okay, I guess you're talking about Rogue? You don't know? Oh, Spiral. On Spiral. Spiral's good. They could have a version of Night Shift where Danson Macabre and Spiral are working together. Like, how sick would that be? You know what I'm saying? That would be an absolutely amazing. Like, they both have Dance Magic Dance. You know what I'm saying? And they could just sing the song together, like just as a joke in one of the issues. You know what I'm saying? Now you remind me of the Babe. What Babe? The Babe with the power. What power? Like, that would just be so great. That would be so perfect. You know what I'm saying? That labyrinth message there. Think she disappeared in the last issue. I don't know. I wonder what she's doing back in Mojo World since she. No. Bitter Taste. She is not in Mojo World. Mojo is not in Mojo World currently. With the Mojoverse storyline, that was a crossover, a very bad crossover, sorry, between X-Men Blue and X-Men Gold. Mojo and Major Domo were pulled into the regular Earth 616 universe, and they retreated into the sewers, and they're setting up their thing now. So I think they're trying to broadcast and do things so they can get back to Mojo World or whatever. I don't know, but they're not in the Mojoverse anymore. So they're actually here. Well, not here, you know, in the Earth 616 universe right now. King of All Blurs, what's your take on Star Wars movies? Should they go past Skywalkers and characters we know and start creating new characters and worlds, or just Star Wars with the Skywalkers? No, I think that they should absolutely create new characters. And if some of them are going to be Skywalkers, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? And you could, like, it would be so easy to just have the kids, and like Luke is gone, all of them are gone or whatever, and you could have, like, how perfect would it be? What, like, I don't know how any, like, I've read a lot of the EU, what's nowadays called the EU, the expanded universe. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think it would be great to just have a movie with just, a couple of Skywalker kids and a bunch of other people, new people running around. It doesn't have to have any real relation to what happened. Just have new stories, and then just have a quick little scene. Mark Hamill is still alive. You could still have a Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, a couple of scenes where he appears as a Force ghost to give some advice like Yoda used to. Yoda, you can have him doing that forever because, it's a freaking puppet, and anybody can replicate that voice. Even when I'm sick, I'm not going to try because I will go into a coughing fit. But the point is, yeah, man, you could have that. And then just how perfect would it be to have one lousy scene where Luke is hanging out with a red-headed woman who also has a lightsaber by her side as a Force ghost. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to do anything. He's just, okay, it was good talking to you. I got to go now. And he leaves, and blurring into focus is basically Mara Jade. You know what I'm saying? But no names have to be said, and just goes off, and then they hold hands, turn around and look. I'm getting choked up right now. And then just walk off into the Force Ghost sunset. You know what I'm saying? And then we're done with the old universe. Those characters are old, and in some cases, rest in peace, dead. You know what I'm saying? They have made a lot of mistakes along the ways, like off camera killing freaking General Akbar or Admiral Akbar. Why the hell did they have to die off camera? Oh, come on, man. But like it's time to just move on. Stop holding on to the past. You've got the universe, you've got the galaxy, right? You've got that. You can have all new crazy things happen and just move on. Just move on. I don't think it takes much to just move on. And then you can still have the Star Wars galaxy. That's good. I'm good with that, personally. Let's see. They should do a movie about original Jedi and the first Jedi to turn to the dark side. Yes, they should. They absolutely should. And talk about all the mistakes that they made in the Old Republic version of the Jedis, the old Jedi Order, Because, like, the most Jedi of all the Jedis was Qui-Gon Jinn. You know what I'm saying? That took me a while to even appreciate that here's the Jedi Order, but they weren't really Jedi. Not really. They were only Jedi in name and their powers, Qui-Gon Jinn was the most Jedi out of all of them. And I wish that for one thing he would come back and actually do another Qui-Gon Jinn appearance, a movie, prequel, whatever. I don't care. Let's just have it. But I would love to see them just restart the Jedi Order from scratch. You know what I'm saying? And just all of that, man. It would be great. It would be great. Yeah, back in Humphrey's X-Force run. Maybe they still do Spiral. You guys still talking about Spiral. Who would you want to see write it? Beards are good. What the frick is going on? We're all over the place here. Okay. My voice is starting to crack again. And if for some reason I rupture my throat and I start to bleed, I'm going to get sick all over again. And I'm still not fully healed anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to actually call this a wrap. I think it's actually a really good time to call it a wrap. I'm at about 3 hours and 10 minutes here. So, hopefully that's good. And, yeah, more reviews. I got 4 Marvel comic books coming out tomorrow. Shatterstar issue number 3. Issue number 2 of Winter Soldier. And 2 other books. I don't remember which ones, but they exist. Oh, the Long Night, the Wolverine podcast put into comic book form, and then another one. I don't remember which one, but anyway, got 4 of them coming out, and then I'm going to be doing my what do you call it? My indie comics reviews for on Monday, and then Tuesday, dude. Back with Gotham Central Comics and Collectibles right here in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. All that good stuff. And I gotta heal until then. All right. Love you guys. Thank you for making this interesting. the entire time. This was genuinely really fun. You know what I'm saying? This was probably one of my funnest ones yet. Got such a wide range of stuff to talk about this week. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.